1. Pre-stream time. Pre-stream. Let's go. I'll tag everyone with the link.
P-stream?
No, not P-stream. Get your mind out of the gutter, man.
Sorry, man.
Dude, it's been 2
1.3
seconds.
I'm out.
Let me tag everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to announce it in my server as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
You should ping your
Yeah, hold
your
on.
people. The Jonathans.
In,
Oh my god, I see people.
let's see. I'm just gonna.
I see people
Bam,
and
there
they
you
say
go.
hi.
Lukey, I got my channel back.
Yeah, he was hacked. He
Oh
got
yeah,
hacked,
hold on. Bam, there you go. Yeah, I had to
appreciate
turn that off for reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should tell us.
Can I ping my server?
I have a story
The
about
whole
that,
2
too.
people that are active.
I think everyone has a story about turning off DMs.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like nothing crazy. All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
I'm so ready, man.
I've
All
never
right.
been more ready.
All right, sound check. All right, we're back,
Sound so checked,
back.
bro.
and we're better than ever. I'm a little nervous.
Yes.
I can't say for the others, but this is gonna be fun. It's been a while. How are you, Jonathan? How are you, man?
I'm doing good.
You're the comeback guest.
I'm good. Yeah.
What's going on in your life? I've never talked to you, so I'm interested too.
Well, yeah, life has been great so far. I've been building like real travel for like 1.5 years, and
That's mad.
enjoying some other stuff as well.
Here, let me-
We're vibing.
That's great to hear. Anything else going on? There's gonna be some small talk when we get back into the groove.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be fine. We're just gonna.
delasting.
Did I heard that you like?
Yeah.
I heard that you fucked your sleep
Nothing
schedule up
much
really bad
else
for this.
that's like really important right now. But yeah, I've been just grinding the level and streaming and uploading videos, and that's it really.
On the grind, I can respect that.
Yeah.
How long is that level?
How long? Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a 15-minute level. I started the level back in June 2023, right after I finished Monolithos, right? So yeah. I had this idea. I was like, I'm gonna hold on. I just opened up the stream. I need to mute it. Hold on. Okay, so
That wouldn't be the
working on
worst technical issue we've had.
No.
Yeah. No, I just wanna open up the chat. So yeah, I was working on like Monolithos, which is a Discord download contest, which unfortunately I did not make it because I had a really bad time management, right? And
Right.
so while I was in the middle of building Monolithos, which is my latest level, I heard this song which was Windglass, right? And in my playlist, and it was like, wait, this is really good. Like this is like 15 minutes long, and I was like, oh, that brought me an idea. Oh, what if I make a 15-minute level out of this? And then like I was realizing that idea like once I'm finished with Monolithos, I was like, oh, I cannot wait to start it, and once I'm done, I can actually start it. And here we go.
So how are you approaching, like, because it's 15 minutes, are you decorating it like you would a normal level where you would, or are you like doing a bit less like per part or like per second because it's so long, or you're just kind of still just going the same quality the whole way through?
So it's a bit of both, right? I mean, when I was thinking about a 15-minute level, like I was like having a lot of thought process behind it, and I mean it's a 15-minute level, so I don't want it to be too bland. I don't want it to be too empty or anything. So I still want to try to keep it like fresh, like high quality, but not like insane like anything. I'm not gonna have like 100 like K objects in like 2 minutes. So I calculated like this. So like I for 300k objects, I'm planning the level to have about 300k objects. So what I did is I divided it. So it's like divide 300k by 15 minutes, so you have 20k objects per minute, which is fairly optimized, right? So
I would assume so, yeah.
and so yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
gotta keep that in
pretty
mind.
good.
Yeah, I gotta keep that in mind and make sure that I don't go beyond that limit. So that's how I just approach it. I still build anything, but like obviously, like I gotta have to keep in mind of the object density because that's what matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that. I mean, I've heard people say your levels are unoptimized, but I wouldn't know if that's true.
Well, I mean, it kinda is, right? Like, I mean, if you look at Dark Odyssey with 311k objects and it's 6 minutes long, so if you divide that, that's like 50k objects. So yeah, I'm trying to make something that is a bit more optimized, but still looks really good. I have learned quite a lot from that. So yeah, I mean, every day we learn from experiences, like whether it's a mistake or anything. So we learn every day, right? So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's always new things. Even as an experienced creator like myself, like everyone learns from whatever things that you experience.
Yeah,
So.
there's always some trick that you don't know yet, and you're like, how did I not know how to do this? What? And then
Yeah,
that's
there
a
is some
good
sort of
question too. It's like, I wonder if you have any like specific things in the editor that stood out, either whether it was like someone that told you how to do this differently, or you just figured something out and it was just like, what? I could do it like that?
Yeah, so basically, like the way I learned the editor, like I learned it self-taught, right? So I didn't really like to watch like tutorials or anything. I figured everything all by myself, right? By some tinkering around, some trial and error. Yeah, I started creating back in like 2015. So at the time I didn't really know much. I wasn't really into the community back then, and I already made like several levels, and like I checked the comments and people were like, "Wow, this already looks, this should be featured." I was like, "Wait,
yeah,
that's because like I was playing some levels before, right? I was start grinding a little bit. I think back in like 1.9, back in like 2015, I had like thousands. Like I had like 4 digits of stars, like almost 5 digits. So I already had some prior experience. So I kind of know what the levels look like. I know what they should have been, so I kind of try to make my own. And yeah, back then, like back in 1.9, the editor was very simple, right?
Yeah.
Like you had no preview mode, you had no like more than 4 color channels, you had no Z layering, Z ordering, whatever that is. You had no group IDs. Like back then, it was way simpler.
Yeah.
But now in 2.1 and then 2.2, like everything became so much more complex.
Have you ever thought about like constraining your like a constrained building challenge? Speaking of like 1.9 and very primitive building, have you ever thought about doing something like that?
Yes, I was actually thinking about it actually, like during the middle of building, because I realized like, but the thing is with real travel, I spent too long. I was so very fixated on one thing, right? I was like, oh, I want to make something really good, but then I spent so long on this one particular part. You know me, like over time, my levels keep taking longer and longer to build, right? So I realized that, and I was like, okay, I gotta scale back like the production, let's say. Production is like a fancy word. And I was thinking of just like like making like, for example, I had like several ideas, right? Like I want to make like another like below 40k object level, because like the initial limit is 40k, right? For the 40k object limit.
So. Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And yeah, I also had an idea to make a 2.0 level, because the thing is with 2.0 is that like it's like a little bit more than 1.9, but it's still not too complex. Like you have some basic like stuff to work with. You have move triggers, you have group IDs, But yeah, I love 2.0, dude. 2.0 is my nostalgic era. Like I remember like back in like I was in like a camp, like a school camp. I went back to school like after the camp, right? And I open up my phone and be like, oh my god, 2.0 just came out. And I saw Viprin's video on geometrical dominator, and oh my god, I was so hyped. And I went back home to get on my laptop and start playing geometrical dominator. It was hype, bro.
Is that how you? Is
It
that
was
like
very-
when you started playing, like 2.0?
No, I actually started playing back in 1.8. Like back in actually, I first heard about it back in June 2014. Yeah, I believe June 2014 that's when I first heard
It's
it.
11 years ago. God,
Yeah, it was
so long ago.
Oh,
11 and a half almost.
10 and a
But
half.
yeah, 10 half. And yeah, obviously, like I think I already said this in the GD10 like video or something. But yeah, I first like discovered the game because we were like watching videos about the Impossible Game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
As you do.
ultimately, that's what geometrydash is all inspired by the Impossible Game. Like it all started from that, and yeah, we were watching people raging on the Impossible Game, people breaking their freaking controller. I thought that was back in mid like junior high school, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I thought that was really funny. And I don't know if the Impossible Game like is on the Play Store back then. I don't really know, but
I'd
yeah.
have to look.
But someone
Probably.
told me, yeah, it's on Steam, but I don't know about phones though, because like
That
everyone
would really
was using
surprise me.
phones.
That game is like built for your phone. Seems like.
Yeah,
Let's see.
it probably has to be, but I'm not really sure. So one of my classmates,
Yeah, it is.
right? Okay, it's on.
Or it's on the App Store at least for phones.
Because I'm in a country where there's like not many people use iPhones because it's too expensive.
I mean, dude, iPhones are fucking
yeah.
overrated. Like, I just have it because it still works.
That I am actually of the gang that like says iPhones are just better.
I mean, there's a reason people buy them.
I mean, they are like more expensive. But like I've had Android phones and iPhones, and it's like the iPhone just I don't know, it just works, man.
I mean,
but I just hate how like much they are. It's like you can only get a phone every like 5 years because they're so fucking
not
much.
even. For me, it's
yeah.
like
The thing is in here, right? Obviously,
Mhm.
Android phones are way more cheaper way more accessible than iPhones. So yeah, like I believe like 99% of people use Android because of that. But yeah, but anyway, back to the point. So okay, yeah. One of my classmates told me, "Yo, have you heard of geometrydash?" Right? They said it's like the Impossible Game but better. So they had their phone, right? They have GD Lite, right? Obviously, we all know GD Lite has a thing where if you die, you get ads.
It's good incentive not to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you die, just randomly shows ads. But yeah. And I was like, oh, we take turns. Like I remember this experience specifically. Like we take turns. Like, okay, so alright, it's my turn to see how far I get on Stereo Madness. And if I die, then it's my friend's turn. And see if they can do it, if they can get a better score. But yeah. Like triple spike, sometimes they die to the triple spike, sometimes they die to like a double
said,
spike
turn off
jump.
Wi-Fi so you don't get ads. Does that work?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does work. It does work at the time that like we had to turn on airplane mode.
You're always gonna find a way around of it, every time.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just the ingenuity of people.
Yeah, but now GD Lite has a thing where you can download levels from like the servers for the internet.
Really?
And yeah, GD
Oh,
Lite.
really? That's
Like
it's actually
there's a
becoming pretty good now.
there's the daily, weekly event, and like the featured tab with 10 weekly levels. Like, I mean,
Damn.
it's been
You can survive on 10.
long. It's been far along since then. But yeah, back then like GD Lite as only like from Stereo Madness all the way up to Can Let Go. I think as far as I remember.
It's
Mhm.
been so long, dude. I actually don't know. I'm
Yeah.
with you on the same boat. Like playing the game in middle school, or like junior high.
Yeah, junior high,
It's
yeah.
the same
Mid school,
thing.
junior high,
Like,
whatever they call it.
Just
Yeah.
lunch table rivalries, about who can beat like
Mhm.
clubstep first. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it feels
I
so
remember
good,
those.
man. Like when I was able to beat Stereo Madness and everyone in the class was like, "Oh!" Like that was crazy. Like,
There's
and
always that
then
one
obviously,
dude
like,
who just like beats everything so fast in the class, and it's just like in the corner of the
Yeah.
room.
mm-hmm.
It's always
Oh
that
yeah,
one
no,
dude.
there was a
And then
dude at
like,
my school. It was like 2015. He could like beat 9 circles and shit, and I was just like, I took 2 weeks to beat Stereo Madness. I was just like, this guy, like, when you just go to a guy, you're begging him for like to beat their levels for you.
oh yeah, I remember
He's
that.
like,
Like one of
can
my
you beat Can't Let Go for me? This level's really hard.
yeah, like I had one of my friends who also played GD at the time. Like, oh yo, can you beat this level? Like, Can't Let Go. I was like, okay, let's see. And yeah, I was able to get far. I was able to get to the black screen part. I think obviously the black background and then the ship and then the upside down. I
Yeah.
think I got to the upside down part like first try or something. But yeah,
Dude, you
I
could
mean,
like set
Can't
up
Let Go
like
is pretty hard.
you could set up like having kids pay you to beat shit in school. Just be like, hey, you want me to beat all the levels? Give me like $10.
Oh my god. I could have done that, but I didn't think of that. So like
The mind
yeah,
of a
if I
hustler. No.
yeah,
That's
I
what you
didn't have
did.
that mind back then. So yeah. No. But then I was like, wait, there's a full version? Okay, let me just get the full let me get the full version. And you know what how I got the full version?
How?
I think I told this story like a
You,
few times before in my streams, but
did you use like an APK downloader or something?
nope. You know what I
Okay.
did?
What?
You know what I did? I convinced my mom. I was like, "Yo, can you give me the
Oh,
credit?"
there you go.
There you go.
I was like, "Wait, what is this for?" It's for a game. It's only $2. It's only $2 or $3. It's not really much.
That's
And
how
don't
Rob
worry.
gets you.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna be that like a bad kid and just use it on everything. I'm not gonna be using that to buy V-Bucks or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Like I don't play Fortnite, so like or Roblox. So
I think the best thing
Yeah.
about like mobile and GD and getting people into the game is like no microtransactions. $2,
yeah,
that's it.
That's good, yeah.
$2
And
no
you're hooked for life because
microtransactions.
this game is more addicting than meth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
imagine if you had to like pay for like energy to like play levels. Imagine that
Pay
got
for
introduced.
orbs.
Oh,
To use in the
I remember
shop.
I used to play
You
like
have to
one of
pay
those
to place
games.
objects.
Like I used to play one of those games. Okay, do you guys know this game called Cookie Run?
I've heard of it.
No.
I think
But go on.
the current game is called Cookie Run Oven Break.
Let
But
me
yeah,
look it
I
up.
used to play Cookie Run before I got into GD, and
Mhm.
the gameplay of Cookie Run is it's similar, right? I mean, it's auto side scrolling like 2D
It
platformer. You
reminds me
can
of
jump
League of
and
Legends.
slide.
I've never played that game, but that's what like that reminds me of from a screenshot.
But yeah, Cookie Run was such a banger. Like I remember this experience. But yeah, that game like has like the energy system. It has the social
Yeah.
system where you can send like hearts to your friends or something like that. But yeah, I remember that. And not only Cookie Run, but there's also one other game that I played like when I got into GD as well. I think it's called Let's Get Rich. It
Right.
was by Netmarble, right? It was Netmarble's Let's Get Rich.
I think I remember that.
It was a Monopoly game, right? Like, it was a
Mhm.
Monopoly game where, yeah, you know how Monopoly works. It had a similar system as well, but yeah, back then, like, man, I miss old mobile games, dude.
Yeah,
But yeah,
man.
I think I got into those type of games. I didn't get into like Brawl Stars or Clash of Clans. I didn't really get into Clash Royale or anything. But yeah, I miss the old mobile games where you have Angry Birds, you have Cut the Rope, you have like Infinity Blade, dude. Infinity Blade. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Infinity Blade, bro! I grinded out that game. That game was so good.
It's probably
Infinity
good
Blade.
that you
I
didn't play
remember like
Clash. I
I
almost, I
think
almost.
That was actually the best game ever.
yeah, back when I was in like I believe like elementary school, like I remember like one of my classmates in elementary school, like they brought their iPhone like 4, I think, iPhone 3GS or 4, I don't really
Yeah.
remember, but it was really old, and they had Infinity Blade in there, dude. It was so cool to watch.
Oh, I remember that game.
I need to play that
Like,
game again, man.
yeah,
Oh shit, Kogo
I
just
really
woke
miss
up.
that game. Yeah.
Nah, I've been here. I'm just like sick, so I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
as
good. You're good.
talkative.
Yeah, we'll
I
leave him
just
be.
got over
We'll
his
leave him.
sickness.
He's-
It feels like everyone's
Yeah.
sick January.
Yeah, I
don't
was
know what
sick
it
like
is.
2 weeks ago. I was dying. I was in
Man.
my bed. I actually wasn't in my bed. I was in a place and I was
Yeah,
dying.
I hope you guys get well soon, man. Being sick sucks, especially in
Yeah,
January.
I mean,
no, I'm all
we're
good
getting
now.
there.
I'm all good.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
just, dude, I don't.
Yeah,
Just the
and
one
then-
time I have Taco Bell,
Where is it,
like it just fucking
oh yeah,
stomach bug for
this
5
guy
days.
and that
Yeah.
guy.
Taco Bell. Oh boy. But yeah, there's another game I haven't really mentioned. It's called Gravity Rush. Do you know that game?
No,
No.
I think
I feel like I
Gravity
feel like I
Rush.
could guess what it's about though.
So okay, it's kind of like GD. Think of it like GD, but ball game mode.
Yeah,
That's what that is. So yeah,
Okay.
I remember I saw that. I was like, wow.
Maybe.
At the time I wasn't really into GD, but yeah, I mean we take for granted that all the GD gamers are somewhat inspired from like previous games.
yeah,
Like you have the UFO,
Yeah.
you have the wave from Wave.
yep.
You
Darnock the
have
goat,
yeah, down off
undisputed, undisputed goat. Can you name
Mhm.
any other GD creator who has essentially invented not one but 2 game modes?
Ooh,
But yeah,
What?
that's just because he was a lazy developer. And he was like,
that
I mean,
that's
yeah.
a great
To be
question.
fair,
Is
though, he was playing like when the game was so primitive. Anyone could have invented a new game mode.
yeah.
But still,
I mean, there are a lot of. I couldn't really name the creators, but yeah, I've seen like I played the levels, but there are a lot of creators who can invent like new game modes from existing game modes, right? This new twist,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
Those
I
are
can't
always
really
cool.
think of one primary example, but
The
yeah,
snake,
I mean with
Syncopter,
2.2.
that stuff.
Oh yeah,
When-
I remember Jazer's what was it, snake game mode? Like 2.2.
There's like a snake
The
thing
snake.
that people do where it's like you keep like a flipping dash orb on a wave, and then like
Mhm.
it's really interesting.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, what one where you can only like swift click it or something?
Yeah, it's used in that
Oh,
snake
yeah.
level,
Yeah.
whatever the hell.
Yeah,
that
you
is
can
called.
basically you can straight wave and then you switch gravity.
Yep,
So yeah, that I
yep.
thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
So,
I don't.
yeah.
I can't think of any good applications for that, but they exist.
I know.
for
Cool
sure.
looking gameplay.
Yeah.
I love when it's bad. I love when it's done bad on purpose. I'm sorry if Zafkiel's listening to this, but he can't ever. It's so funny. There's a level called Electrosonic.
Oh no.
Do you know what I'm about to say?
Yeah.
What is
So-
electrosonic?
Do you
man?
know
I've
the
never heard
part-
of this.
Do you know Zafkiel's part where it's a swing copter, but it's a wave, and the orbs? There's not enough orbs, so the clicks are really delayed. But the slopes are also
Oh.
inverted.
Oh, the inverted
That's
slope.
beautiful.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
I
God.
remember someone was complaining about this before. I can't remember who, but someone was.
That level is
Someone's
so
loving
bad that
it.
it's fucking beautiful. It's like a bad movie. It's so beautiful. It's actually.
Oh
yeah,
my
it's like one of those
God.
like piranha attack fucking movies.
Dude, I can't, man. It's just so funny.
Oh my god.
I don't know if any other examples off the top of my head, like something like that. That's just peak
I don't know.
bad.
Thinking Space. But Thinking Space kind of
That's
goes
not as
hard,
bad.
though.
I
It's
believe like
pretty bad.
yeah, I
But it's
couldn't
so
really
good.
think of other creators, but I remember at the time, like I mean, in Monolitos, like I made my own swing copter with a little bit of difference because I know the thing is with normal
Mhm.
like swing copter before 2.2, like it uses ball,
Yeah.
but I thought of using UFO and it has
Yeah.
like lower gravity, right? Because the thing
Right.
is with
Yeah.
normal like ball swing copter, the dual ball swing copter, like it has a really high gravity. So I kinda
Yeah.
like made like a well, it's not like a new game mode, but I made like some changes to an existing game mode. More so like that.
Swing Cube is like that. The swing copter
Swing
with
Oh
the
yeah,
Cube. I
cube
swing.
love
is really,
Swing
it's really weird.
Cube.
Yeah. That's like,
Oh
it's
yeah.
how you make impossible
Swing.
gameplay. Just do that for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I
You'll
That's
get
know
it.
there
like
are some
listen
creators
for it.
who made a level that's like you're a ball. It's like a swing copter, and you have a bunch of green orbs like following you, or just
Yeah.
or scattered around, right? And
Yep.
then
Mhm.
yeah, and it
Ship,
doesn't have
Ship
to have
Depression by
dual.
Quasar does that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I mean you can kind of spam and then you just like wiggle up and down.
Yep.
It's really
The
weird.
closest you're gonna get to straight flying. I'd love
Yeah.
to see like a bot of that on like multi-activate. Just see just how much you can keep it in a horizontal line.
Yeah. It's really cool though. Like I wanna see more levels utilize that mechanic. I know there's like a GD fan game. I think it's called GD Odyssey that has like custom. Well, they claim it's custom like new game modes, but it's like existing game mode really. Like it's like vertical swing copter, or you have the boat, right? You have the boat one. You have to hold. Oh, that reminds me that there are some game modes where you can like hold to jump high, like hold, like
Yeah.
it's like robot, but like you hold, like right, but you don't jump yet. You release it and then you start jumping.
Yeah.
Like I think
Dude,
most
there's some really
logos.
cool ones. Do you know, I think
Yeah.
TOE3 has one where it's like you can hold to jump and there's two groups of
Mhm.
blocks and that each time you jump it switches from like red to blue. Like stuff like that where it's implemented into the gameplay is like super creative.
Oh,
Do
TOE
you know
three
what
by
I'm talking
Manix.
about? Yeah, I think TOE3 has that. There's like a part with like red and blue blocks where like
Mhm.
you have to jump and it switches them. It's like the Mario thing, right?
Hmm.
Where like the red
Uh-huh.
ones become like no hit and then the blue ones become hit and then it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
And stuff
You know
like
what
that is
that
just really
reminds
cool.
me?
Hmm.
That mechanic reminds me of a level called Sour Cream 2, which is like a mega collab back in like 2.0.
Yeah, is that Serpunch?
And Funny Games Part had that mechanic as well, where you jump and then it switches blocks.
There you go.
And that was all the way. That was all the way back in 2.0 too. I was like, wow. All of that was possible in 2.0. That's crazy. Yeah.
I wonder what like the most like technologically advanced thing in like 2.0 and 1.9 is. Maybe like Master Game 2.0. Maybe something like Serpunch level.
Master Game. I believe Master Game is like very early 2.1. I think the most technologically advanced level, like in 2.0, I would say one of the great example is Alter Game X.
Yeah.
Alter Game X looks really cool.
It's just jogging my memory.
Yeah, and the fact that all of that was made in 2.0. Yeah.
Dude, Serpunch is just that dude is so like just genius creator.
The guy's the original at Sputniks.
It's such a cool case study when you see like all those groups of creators because it's like some of them just have that brain chemistry where they just make super advanced stuff and it seems like it's almost mechanics. And then there's people like you who have like excellent theming and focus more on like just the whole level as a whole as a completionist and like a perfectionist mindset. And then there's people like Sputniks who just like they kind of like building behind a curtain and just getting a good execution. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a very cool case study there. And we'll get into your levels in a little bit, but
back when Sputniks was just, making abstract levels back in like a 2.0, early 2.1 era, and now like he has made like crazy stuff in GD, dude. Like he has made like
Mhm.
like Tianxia, I think is what it's called. Like it's like a video in GD.
Mhm.
Like that was
Did he make
insane.
dude made a whole programming language in GT.
Yeah. Also made like a whole programming language. But yeah, that at the time it was like the
Yeah.
craziest thing ever.
That's the kind of shit that like I don't think any of us here can really wrap our head around. Like our brains are just not wired to understand that shit like nearly as well as he does. It's just like such a genetic thing. It's like I bet it's so natural to him. He's just like, oh, well, it's just.
It's like I think if you just do it enough, it just becomes like something you can understand, and then
exactly.
It's like with anything. True. Like you won't understand it first, so you learn it. It just becomes like second nature.
Yeah.
Good case study.
Or maybe he's just talented.
It makes
that. I mean, it's probably a combination of that.
Like, it's a combination of that.
People could just do that. Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd say you're pretty talented too. Like as a creator, I don't need to tell you.
Yeah.
But like, I was watching like as many levels as I could before this the other day, just to get like my memory jogged back up. And dude, I forgot how good your execution is in theming. Like, I don't like.
Yeah.
It's really good, and sometimes like, I like the interpretations that people have about the themings in your levels. Especially like the Lost Existence. I mean, this might be embarrassing. I don't care. Someone's probably told you this. The ending of the Lost Existence is probably the closest I've ever came to just crying over a GD level. I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just like the existential. I don't know if it's nihilism that level creates. Like the whole world around that level, the way it like portrays itself as like the lost existence, like I'm lost, and it's very melancholic. Yeah. I want to know if like that was the intention as well. I'm sure it was.
I mean, okay.
I wonder if there's any of your levels that have gotten like misinterpreted from your original interpretation.
So back then, when I was building like levels like the Lost Existence, like at the like I wasn't really thinking much, right? I mean,
that makes it
what I do. What I did is that I basically just listen to the song and just start imagining, right? Start imagining, use my creativity, what I can do with it. Oh, the song sounds like this. You know what would fit? I'm gonna try to make something like this, and turns out that a lot of people really like the way it looks. So, but yeah, I just have to like imagine and just. And just implement that.
Yeah, there's so many details. There's so many details in those levels that like 90% of people wouldn't even like have thought to have done if they were trying to make something like that. Like, the part with all the multicolored saws where on the dash road they start spinning really fast and then slow back down. It's subtle details like that just make the level so good. Cause like what?
Yeah,
it's like I like that about your levels. Like I feel like you're a perfectionist like that. I feel like there's probably so many little details like that in your levels that probably get overlooked. That like you're satisfied for knowing that it's there and like completing the puzzle.
Yep, and that's like I really like to do a bunch of like small details like you know what like recently I did was just this may be very overkill, but you know what I did. I applied like HSV to like objects one by one, like unique HSV, just to make something look really smooth, look really like clean looking,
like fade it all together.
Yeah.
Like
the thing is, as a creator myself, I wanna do something that to other people like it seems wow. How do you do this?
That one effect in Dark Odyssey with like the. Whatever it's, I don't even know. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? That one cube part where it's like very, monochromatic is the word. I remember like seeing that. I'm like, what?
Oh, the monochromatic. The red part.
I could pull it up if like I'm not translating this properly. It's near the end. I think it's
it's at the
after
end.
like the rainbow part.
Oh.
Here, I'll confirm this
I
real
know
quick.
what you're talking
Last 10%, I think.
Let's see. Nexus doesn't have percentage on, so we're gonna kill him actually and use a different video.
Nexus. Imagine
I mean,
doing
he
that
just
with
wants to
percentage
have a
on.
cleaner showcase, so.
Yeah, he still has to go though. All right,
Yeah.
let me find this. Cause like that shit, I was just like, dude, what the fuck? I swear it's after the rainbow part. I'm looking. Yeah, it's at 74. That part is just like so goddamn cool.
Oh, the parallax, the rainbow
dude. Yeah,
parallax.
like the
Oh, that
parallax.
one.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like a surprisingly basic effect. I'm sure it's like a more advanced version of like the serious effect from Funny Games level, but just
Yeah.
like the idea just applied so much more complex.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
those
so
effects
basically,
are
I took like
so
one.
good, dude.
Yeah, I took like a basic thing, or just make a parallax, but each layer, like I made something, I did something different with each layer, right? So like,
Yeah.
let me turn the colors different, or just make it slightly rotated. But yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but every layer, like in that parallax part, they have like slightly different rotation as well.
Oh, that's cool. I
So
wouldn't have thought of that.
yeah,
It's just mesmerizing. I'm sure that's like probably a top tier compliment, right? It's like the level is like mesmerizing. It's actually like hypnotizing to watch.
actually, like the best effect that I've ever made so far is the arrow UFO part. I don't know if you know
I'm gonna
that.
look at that. I watched the level. I just closed my Chrome. That's cool. I middle clicked it. It's just like, all right, let me pull it up. Hold on.
So
I watched that level the other day.
that effect is insane. I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud with how it's executed.
I've heard it's a
fucking
common thing.
Nexus
Have you ever accidentally made like a really good effect and you just like, I was going with something else, but like this is actually kind of cool. I might keep this.
It's a good question.
Yeah, I mean that's from experimenting, right? So with the experimenting process, I accidentally made something. I was like, oh, this looks really good. I gotta explore more on this, and then I gotta figure out what would be good to implement this effect, So
I wonder, like, because you build a lot on stream, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how many
I do.
ideas you get from chat, or like good suggestions you get from chat. I wonder if it's like any more difficult building off stream, just for the like suggestions. Like if I don't know, you know what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Like I wonder if you've gotten any suggestions in chat where it's like, dude, you're a genius.
I mean, like sometimes, like obviously, like I think of ideas myself, right?
Right.
I don't really want to 100% like rely on my chats for ideas, because you know, I obviously like for feedback and stuff, right? Like what needs fixing. Obviously, like the benefit of streaming is I can just ask chat for live feedback.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Right, chat. Is this good?
What? Yeah. Is this good? It's like, is the color good, or is there any visual bug? Like there are some parts where like I couldn't really spot a visual bug, right? And someone spotted it, and I was like, oh, and then I get to fix it.
Yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna check something real quick, because I remember reading this.
Yeah, I've seen some creators, like I know OnlyLink, like when he's building on stream, he literally says like, you're not allowed to talk to me. You have to like no one's allowed to say anything in chat. I'm doing my own like level. And
No.
Yeah.
See, that locked
It's
in.
like, why are you streaming at that point? Yeah. I don't know.
It's interesting.
You gotta watch it be made, I guess.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, like I want to do like most of the time I want to do my own thing, right? Like I mean, like when I build on stream, like I usually get to talk about other topics, so I don't get like too like bored. Because that's also like one of the reasons why I stream a lot, especially while building, so that Like the thing is, I do a lot of tedious stuff, right? I do a bunch of tedious stuff just to make something that looks really good. So
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
Very
Like
worth it.
I've
It
done
reflects
it
in your levels.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. You're known for taking forever.
Yeah,
like-
that's the thing though.
Yeah.
Like I want to break that stigma, you know. I kind of want to break it. Like this year in 2025, like I kind of want to make a change. I've been thinking about making like 1 or 2 levels this year. It can be anything, whether it's like a simple level, like classic or platform or whatever, right? So
Yeah.
I kind of want to break that stigma. So I have plans. You just have to wait, I guess, for that.
I mean, constrained building is hard, man. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Like I want to go back to the good old times where I used to. So here's the thing, right? With like levels like I made before, like back in 2017, 2018, it only took me 2 to 4 months to build.
Right.
2 to 4 months.
Not that bad.
And yeah, it's not
too
not
bad.
terrible. And then
Yeah.
considering that my recent levels have been taking like a year to make, and now with the 15-minute level that I'm working on, it's been taking like 1.5 years, and I'm not even done. I'm like 40% done because I want to make this really really good, and then
Yeah.
I
It'd be like a
have several
masterpiece when it's
problems.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that picture, Absolute
Yeah.
Cinema. Literally. That's going to be all the comments. It's just going to be that every time.
Yeah, you see everyone leaving the absolute cinema comment on like the showcase when it gets released, when like Luke has like verified it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Like,
I wonder who's going to verify that. That's I mean, it's
there'll
so
be a
far
bunch of
in
check
the
marks
future.
going absolute masterpiece. Yeah, rightfully so though. It should be good.
I mean,
I haven't seen the
yeah.
progress on level, so it could actually just be terrible, and I wouldn't know. But I trust that it would be a good level, definitely.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I really want it to be a
Yeah.
good level. Like I mean, I should know like whatever I'm going to, whatever I'm doing, right? And if there's anything that I think it's bad, I'm just gonna like revamp it and rework on it. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So
you definitely have the sense for like whether your level is good and like ready to go.
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, happens whenever it happens, I guess. And
I wonder if like
finished one day.
I wonder if there's any like old tropes that you still use in building that are like very inefficient now that you just like can't switch to the new method. Is there, because you've been building for forever, is there anything like that? Like whether it's like
okay. I'm not sure if this answer satisfies you, but okay, I think with the 15-minute level, right? Because I started in 2.1. Since 2.2 came out, I still build on 2.1. Like I still build on the 2.1 client because I don't really want to, you know, use the 2.2 editor, because there are some like creating mods that I use, which is Better Edit. And at the time, like Better Edit in 2.2 like wasn't really a thing. It is a thing now, but it's not it's not the same as the 2.1 Better Edit. Like it had some features that I like to use. And
what
I
does
figure the thing is
still have that 2.2 doesn't?
Yes, there are a lot of features that 2.1 Better Edit has than 2.2. One of the main examples is like when you click on paste state, I think it's what it's called, paste state. Like it brings up like a menu where you can like paste its position X or Y. Because the thing is, in 2.2, like they don't have that yet. And also like another thing in 2.1, like in Megahack 2.1, you can edit the variables, which is what I like to use, like for very precise placement.
Yeah, I get you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because 2. For some reason until now, like it's only been a year in 2.2, and we still don't have variables. We don't have like variables. It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know why. You cannot modify like the objects like position placements. Like
Rob
precisely.
just does shit, dude. He just gets up and he's just like, yeah. He just does shit, you know? That's kind of
Are
just
you
why
like
he's RobTop.
Are you like intimidated by 2.2? Because I know, like, at least for me, I like making layouts in like 2.1 and 2.2. I feel like I'm just like, if I'm making a layout but it's like 2.1, it's not like new enough. And then
That's I mean,
you know, it's like if you're not using it, you're not actually creating like to the fullest extent, which that's the feeling you get in like the new update when you don't know how to use all the stuff.
I think that
I
applies to
don't
like all the
really have
updates,
that
though.
concern though. That's the thing. I don't really have that concern because, I mean, to be fair, like back when 2.2 first released, like people don't really know how to use it very well. So people will just stick to 2.1 levels for most of the time, right? Because like back when they don't know how to use the camera, so they just spam it. They spam camera effects and shaders.
Yeah.
And it was disorienting to play because, like, oh my god, like it's like headache inducing, motion sickness inducing. So yeah, I believe there are still some like some plays for like 2.1 levels. I believe that you can still make a really good level even just using 2.1 stuff and no 2.2 stuff. Although obviously it would be better. Like if you know how to make 2.2 stuff, you can obviously make better levels with it. But yeah, I don't doubt that you cannot make good levels with just 2.1 in 2025 still. So
yeah, I guess especially with like top levels, I feel like the top playing community, especially with levels, they're very conservative. Like they don't like camera movements. They just want a 2.1 level that they've like memorized how to play in 2.1. So there's still audiences.
I wonder if like, I wonder like since you're building real travel in 2.1, I'm sure it's like a dumb question in hindsight, but it's like I wonder if there's any 2.2 features you look at and just go, fuck. Because like you're constraining yourself.
This is like one of the questions have been asked a lot when I was streaming. Yeah, obviously. And yeah, there are a lot of like features that I would really want to use for like in 2.2. Like obviously like the group ID limit. Like they increased it from 999 to 9,999, which is like 10 times more.
Yeah.
And and also like there are some like little changes in 2.2, such as the fact that you have more layers, right? You have more Z layers. You have like you can get rid of the border, like the ground border, like on the top and the bottom. Like if you're a ball or ship.
Yeah. Free cam.
Free cam. Yeah, free cam. That was really good. But then I was thinking, right? If I implement that in real travel, like it's going to make it like a 2.2 level. Because I was thinking I was just gonna go all in with 2.1 stuff. Because like it's kind of like a challenge already, right? Because like originally a real travel is supposed to be my last 2.1 level. Like it's like a end of 2.1 types of levels. But yeah, it's
Yada in screen.
Yeah, like I remember like back in 2.0, like I think back in like 2017 or late 2016, like people were making end of 2.0 levels. So it's kind of like similar.
I thought of Yada when you said that trust is verification. It just says end of 2.0 question mark.
No, you need to do it like, you know, in Phobos when like halfway through the level it's just like welcome to 2.0 and it just goes like ape shit with everything. It needs to be that.
Oh, like I believe like after Andromeda's part and then all of a sudden you have 2.0. I don't want to make something that's kind of like Phobos or High Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, High Life does that too. So you have like
you get it.
Yep.
No, it'd be funny, man. Just halfway through the level, you just get the worst camera movements of all time, just going on like, just
I think
motion sickness inducing.
I think And Ever by Golofov also does it too, like with 2.1 and then in middle 2.2.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, it will be I mean, yeah, it may be funny, but then I obviously I have to think because I'm like, making a serious level, right? Like
Right.
I want to go all in with 2.1. I mean, I could make it like so like in the middle of, but in has like a 2.2 stop, but I think that would, I don't know. I think a lot of people probably might not like it that much. Like it would
mean-
it would look better like if the whole level is like 2.2. Like at this point, I might just, you know what, I'm just gonna go all in 2.1. That's
Yeah, I feel like that's a strat. You're doing well with like executing the level already in 2.1. Why change anything? You know, even if there's some like conveniences.
There were already several parts I made in 2.1, and like I don't want to rework on it and just waste even more time.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep it as is.
I didn't even know real travel was going to be all 2.1 until you told me.
But yeah,
Yeah,
idea.
it's so many people are still using 2.1 for like creating. It's like a lot of people.
Don't
A
some
lot of
people
people
still
also
use it
use it for
showcasing?
playing.
Yeah, for playing. Showcasing, yeah, impossible levels, yeah, a lot of people use it for that. I just used 2.2.
It's just so like figured out with all the
I know
programs.
NCAT was
Yeah.
playing challenges in 2.1 for like most of early 2.2.
There you go. Case in
Yeah.
point.
I think it is.
Yeah.
It's legal to play like demon list levels on 2.1, right? It would be stupid not to.
Legal.
Legal.
I like the way you
you
worded
mean
that. It's not
like
allowed.
list
it's just
acceptable,
legal.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's allowed. Yeah, I think they
So
probably
if someone
allowed
had
2.1.
beaten it on 2.1, they still got that record. So, yeah.
I mean, that
I
makes
don't
sense to me,
remember
right?
who, because I'm not really into the demon list. I'm not
No,
really
yeah.
in. Yeah. I mean, I heard like some outside. I heard some like news, like big news, but that's about it. Like, oh, new
Yeah.
levels got placed, and that's it.
Yeah, no, there's not much going on besides that. It's just like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
we got
mean-
anathema now, yay! Like 4
Yeah.
people are going to be really excited about that when they beat it. That's great.
Mhm.
The game's too hard. That's pretty much all you're missing out on. Just seeing
You
it
Yeah,
have to
and
be a
go,
the game-
wow.
the game is just
14-year-old.
literally impossible to.
gene to be like anything top 20 has to be 14 and have a spam gene, or you just can't do it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
impossible.
Literally.
there's just no way.
Yeah. So when are you making the next top one? When's impossible travel?
Impossible.
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Okay. So here's the thing, like people have known me for the XXL level guy, the 99% guy,
Yep.
the rainbow
Oh
duel
yeah,
guy.
true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I obviously like I mean it was cool to be known like that for like a while, but obviously I want to try something new, right?
Yeah.
I also had an idea to make a top one, which I don't really like. You know, I don't want to be like that that obvious and be like, oh, I'm gonna make an impossible travel, but I want to do something that's very unexpected. Something that
Yeah.
I don't really see JonathanGD doing, but yeah, and he just did.
There you go.
Top 1 would be funny, but like
That would be funny.
dude, it's like your parts in the yandere and the yangir. How the
Yeah,
fuck you say
Yangi,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
The
That part is
yangere,
really
yeah.
fucking hard, actually. Yeah.
Those are like the hard parts of those, are like the evil parts of the levels. So you could just make a whole evil level that's just all your parts. Do you make the gameplay for those as well?
Yes,
I don't know.
I made my gameplays in the Yandere and the Yangire. Yes, I did.
So you're capable. Capable. of good
Yeah.
gameplay.
I
You
can
could do
make
it.
it very hard gameplay.
Make the torture top 1.
Yeah, I can
Torture
make.
travel.
Yeah, I definitely can make like top 1 gameplay. Like I know there's a lot of tools
Oh, yeah.
to test that. Like you have speed hack, you have
Yeah, you just put in
macro.
speed hack.
Yeah, you also have macro and speed hack and that, and on hitbox as well. Hitbox is like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So
No, I've
Have you ever,
seen
like-
some creators cannot make top 1 gameplay at all. Like it, I'm not saying who, but like there are some people and they make a top 1 layout and it's like the most forced difficulty stuff ever because it's not like complex at all. But from your gameplay that you made, it was actually like complex to the point where that makes it difficult, which is like the good way to do it.
Yeah. Like, yeah. The thing is, like, I gotta have to like test it myself, like to make sure that it doesn't feel forced. Like, I obviously like after all of these experiences, I look at several top ones. I look at like other harder levels. Well, I can tell which one is bad and which one is good, and I'm trying to not follow the one that's bad, obviously.
Yeah.
You guys mind if I use the bathroom real quick?
Hmm?
Oh yeah, sure.
All right.
No, you have to stay right here.
The
Not allowed to go
challenge.
anywhere, man.
Sit here. All right. Give me a second. You can keep talking. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go.
I'm gonna wait for
questions. So, Blue had a list, so we're gonna go through the list, okay? But like, he wants to ask, are there any effects in your levels or designs that were just way harder to build than you expected? Like, you wanted to do something, and then you went to do it, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be like impossible, but you like did it anyway.
Oh, I think there are like several effects that I did. Like, I already brought up like arrow, which is the mirror part in the UFO part, like the ship part and the UFO, the mirror part. Like, it looked impossible, but then I did like the very basic on how it worked, right? And I expanded on it, and it just looks really amazing. And I do some tweaking, and it plays perfectly well.
I'm back.
What? This guy takes like 20 seconds, bro. It's crazy. But yeah, no, yeah. It's
another effect that I made. Another effect that I made, like that used to be kind of impossible, was I think would it be 3, like in that background with the pixelated, like that one that just kills video bitrate. Like it was like at that time it was complex, but then it just works.
I think
we're talking
I
about
know what you're talking about.
Eru, whatever.
Buddy.
I don't know how to say it.
I was talking about arrow first, because that's one of the effects I'm really proud of, and yeah, it looks really amazing. That's one of my best effects I've ever made.
Oh, you're talking about that like UFO thing where it's like
the mirror part, yes.
Yeah. That was freaky when I saw that. It was trippy.
And it also has gameplay offset too. Like, yes, I made gameplay offset before 2.2. I don't know if anyone of you have noticed.
You could do that, yeah. If you had a glitch.
Yeah.
There's a bug.
Yeah. It had like like custom game mode. Not really custom, but something like that, right? Like, I made like a little custom player, and with that, I was like, oh wait, it would be also cool if I can offset the gameplay as well, and I did. So
I wonder if you've had any like ideas that you've wanted to implement in levels, but like you just literally just couldn't figure it out. So it's just like, well, shit. Guess we'll do something else. Is there anything that stands out?
Not that I remember much about, but yeah, there are lots of ideas that like I listened to some songs, right? I listened to some songs that like it's more broad, that I wanna do something about this, but man, I couldn't really be asked because it's just too much right now, right? It's just too much. And also, at the time I was just working on this one project, because as a creator myself, I don't really like to work on multiple projects at once. Like, I'm just hyper fixated. I'm just hyper fixated on one project and just stick it to that until it's finished.
I'm glad you found something you enjoy and just laser focus on it. I feel like a lot of people struggle with that.
I definitely do.
Do you make like any art outside of GD? Like, do you draw or anything?
I don't really. I'm not like an artist, so probably no. I do have a drawing tablet, which I got in like 2024, mid 2024. I mean, I only got it for Osu, and I played it for like a week, and that's it.
There we go. I mean, at least you have one.
Yeah.
If you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm not really that experienced with like digital drawing or art or anything, but yeah. I don't really have like, I mean, goes to show you don't really have to be an actual artist to get good at creating. Like you just have to know like exactly what you're doing to like make some cool effects.
Yeah. I get you.
Do you think GD is like one of the more difficult creative mediums because it's like so difficult to like learn how to execute something you want to do? Whereas
GD is not really. I mean, like if you understand like the whole concept of the editor, like if you understand like the Z order, the Z layer, the blending, like if you understand like the basics of it, like if you understand what objects to use, I don't really think it's that difficult. So
yeah,
like what's more difficult for me is like figuring out the complex triggers. To be fair, like, cause I haven't really messed around with 2.2 that much because I was just building on 2.1 like most of the time. Like I looked at advanced follow. I think like advanced follow is like one thing that I haven't really mastered yet, and like it's super complex. Right, the advanced follow. Not only that, there's also item comp. I think item comp. There's also lots of options, and then the particle options. Like it's also pretty complex too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are there any triggers that like you just can't figure out? Are there any triggers that it's just like I don't know it, like I don't forget
it? It's more like the
features.
The features inside of the trigger itself. I understand like spawn trigger and the delay and spawn ordered, but I had troubles with spawn remapping. Spawn remapping, and there's in the sequence there's unique remap. The parent, like the parent group, the key with the keyframes and all that. So yeah, it's not the one trigger itself that I don't understand. It's just more advanced. Is it just like the feature. Utility? The utility.
Like it's so funny, like the creating gap here of like experience, because I only recently figured out how to use spawn loops. Like not even a week ago. I was doing color triggers and just copying and pasting them for the whole level.
I mean, there are some like benefits and downsides, obviously, to just copy pasting. Like obviously, like for me, like I like to just copy paste like the triggers because it doesn't use groups. Especially when I'm working on a level that only has like up to 999, and I'm like using like about 25% of them. So I like to be conservative with the group IDs I use because it's very limited. Even in 2.2, like sure, you have 10 times more groups, right? But I don't know. I think with RobTop's decision of increasing, I mean it's fine, but for like it's not gonna last like very long because someone's going to make like a super big project. Let's say someone's gonna make like a platformer level. Like if somehow in 2.21 RobTop adds like platformer saving feature, which would be really cool, and then someone decides to make like a really really big, like a whole ass game out of it, right?
Yeah.
And then you only have you only have like 10k groups to work with. It's still kind of limited. Like personally, I think like RobTop could just make the group IDs unlimited. That would be really cool. Like 2 billion or something.
I mean, I personally couldn't think of a scenario where you would even need more than 10,000. But, you know, Sputniks exists. I'm sure he's like, this is like 10% of what I need. I can't make a working operating system. Come on. I need like 1 million.
Like, I believe Doom, like perfect, like replicated Doom can be made if like RobTop allows more than 10k groups.
Damn. Even with like how would a group reset work in a scenario like that? Because I know some levels. Oh, here goes my voice. I know levels like Limbo rely on like a group reset like halfway through?
Yeah.
I'm guessing you just don't even bother with that kind of stuff if you run out of groups. I don't know what your approach would be. I mean, I guess group reset would be the most concise.
For me, like with the group ID, with the group reset, right? I always like to use obviously that there are some groups that can be reset and there are some groups that cannot be reset, right? Example, like if you assign a group ID to an object for to a trigger for like a spawn trigger call, and obviously there's no way to reset that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's a way to reset that, but I can if I use like a move trigger for moving objects, obviously there should be a way to reset it back, just moving the object back. But I can't reset it too often on the same group because it's going to lag, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna technically behind the scenes it's gonna have to move like that, like other objects that are off the screen, and that's gonna cause performance issues.
Oh yeah, fair. I
So-
didn't think about that. In my mind, it's like if it's not on the screen, it's not happening. I think a lot of people
I
have
thought-
that
no.
thinking.
I thought so as well when I was building Dark Odyssey, but then
Yeah, and then it's
But
like,
then-
oh,
that was-
no.
No.
there was that
No, it's
one
using
part,
it.
I think it was the second duel, and if you notice, like I put like a toggle to remove the glow, like in the glow in the background. That's because it uses one of the reusable groups, like the groups that had been reset before, and it was reused. And yeah, it had a lot of lag. So I had the idea, okay, I'm gonna make a toggle there, and then I get more FPS out of it.
I
Kinda
just had a new
wild.
fear unlocked for making like a long level like real travel. Could you imagine? I
Mhm.
wonder if this has ever happened to you. You know how when levels get too big, you can't open them anymore?
Oh,
Is that a fear that you have? Like, imagine you're working on real travel, it gets big enough, and then you go to work on it one day and it just doesn't open. And then it's like,
I believe.
oh god.
Okay, I mean, okay, this is slightly different, but I remember when I was like recording footage for my YouTube video, I copied Dark Odyssey, and I downloaded Dark Odyssey from the GD servers. I copied it. Okay, I want to place the start boss.
Oh, no.
I went and had to play it. It doesn't play.
Oh no.
It doesn't play. Like I can't play
no.
Dark Odyssey on start boss, and then the game just crashed like randomly after I went back to the title screen. Right, I went back to the title screen. The game crashes. So I don't know what is up with RobTop's game right now, but
I hope
I
you don't lose real
believe-
travel to that.
I mean, yeah,
Not lose, but like
I
get the copies just bricked.
yeah.
Hope it doesn't happen.
And obviously the worst case, like the very worst case, is I can just like split it to like two
Yeah,
parts.
true.
But I don't really want to do that. I really don't. No. I don't want
I
to.
saw
I don't
that, I
want to
think.
pull on. I don't want to pull an Okuno Miracle and just split the level into 3.
I think I saw, at least for your building, I was watching your stream, and
Yeah.
you have one copy where you're like building the first third of the level, and then a second
yeah.
copy that you're on right now that you're doing like the middle of the level on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you've
Is that
counteracted this. Smart.
is that just because it gets so laggy to a point where you just have to get a new copy and then merge it at the end?
Well, yes and no, but there's more than that, right?
Right.
Well, the reason why I made multiple copies is the main reason is number one, like the technical limitations in GD itself. So
Yeah.
I noticed, because I knew this while I was building Dark Travel or even Dark Odyssey, right? I had this experience before. But occasionally, like when I'm very far into the level, I couldn't place blocks precisely anymore.
What?
Right? Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
You
Of course it
legit
does that,
couldn't
because
you
why not?
legit couldn't place blocks precisely. So I mean, at first you can, but when you go to like copy paste, like it's going to be off. Or when you
Great.
save and exit,
Photoshop does
right?
that too. Yep.
Save and exit, and then open up the level again in the editor, it will look like look really bad because of like
Yeah.
because of the I believe it has something to do with the X position. Like they truncate the freaking decimal digit.
Oh.
That makes, yeah, I
That's-
mean, I guess that makes sense. Like, if you're far enough out, the game just starts fucking breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your icon just starts jumping around and shit. It's weird.
Yeah. That one was the one of the most annoying thing ever, which like in 2.1 they haven't really fixed it. But in 2.2 there's an actual feature in Mega Hack which it was really huge when I first saw it. I think it was called accurate save. Yeah, there's an accurate save feature in Mega Hack.
Oh,
Absolute to go.
Truly fixed it.
Doing God's work.
of course.
As per usual.
So when I'm merging the level, like when I'm actually done with the level, I have to merge it in 2.2, and that's gonna be like the exception.
Yeah, I think that'd be good for groups because then you can use like 3,000.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a whole
No,
stream.
I mean
It's gonna be the merging stream.
Yeah, the merging stream.
2.5
I mean,
hours.
I also had another idea, right? I had a prior idea before all of that happened. So what I had to do is I had to put everything like before the problematic like X position, and then I move like whenever I play the level, I move everything all the way to the right, so it doesn't look very precise. It doesn't look imprecise, right? And the concern that I have is that I would have to move like 200k objects. 200k and yeah, that's like a lot. That adds like a lot of performance
It's a little
issues.
bit.
Yeah.
Just for like
it'll be fine.
few seconds at the beginning. Just to like load it. But then I kinda didn't have to do that anymore because of the accurate save feature.
That's good.
As for as jank as the game is, like it's surprisingly stable. Like you can put 300,000 object levels as a custom object, and it doesn't completely destroy the game. It lags a lot, and
but it'll
feels
do
like,
it.
it
It'll
feels
just
like
take
it's gonna
ages.
break, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
Kind of like Blender.
Sometimes it just works, right? It's kind of like a miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that we have like 2.206 at the time, like it was huge because it's actually 64-bit now. Because the reason why, like, obviously, like, we couldn't really like load levels with like so many objects at the time. It was usually because of memory limitation.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And because of the game being 32-bit, like to put it simply, like if you try to like play, let's say the Corn. Do you know Corn by Hota?
Oh yeah, I know Corn. Yeah.
That level is very infamous for having 1 million object, right?
Yep.
And obviously you can't play it at all, like ever. And yeah,
Someone's optimizing it right now. I think maybe Endy.
Is it Endy?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Endy optimized Peaceful recently. That's a whole other.
Yeah, he's doing Corn now. I think.
Oh, he's doing Corn
So
now.
maybe one day. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna.
And then eventually, like Corn would be rated once it's heavily optimized. But yeah,
something like that.
It did get rated, but then it got unrated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it should not be unrated again because, well, it actually runs.
Yeah.
Didn't he split it into like 7 chunks or something? Like 7
parts. Yeah, 7 parts.
Yeah.
But yeah.
RobTop
I remember
I
remember back when I opened up 2.206 when it was released, right, with the NCS art library and all that. Like I tested by opening up Corn full, right, with 1 million object, and it actually survived. Like I could actually open it. It had it literally says 1 million object, and then I save and exit, right?
Yeah.
And it still works. I can still do anything. I can still play it, and I didn't get runtime error at all.
Here's a challenge: make that a custom object. Dude, that would break your whole save file. Like you wouldn't be able to open your account after that.
Oh,
you imagine that?
Probably, but there's a chance that will still work.
I mean, it might.
But yeah,
Hmm.
might still work, but there's like a chance it will just instantly break it.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I believe in
I would risk
2.2,
it.
like the save file thing should be like fixed now. But yeah, because in
Mhm.
2.1 there are still like issues with the save file randomly being corrupted.
Yep.
So like
That's why
whenever
always
you try to
manually back
open
your
up,
shit up.
yeah, whenever you open up the game, right? You open up the game and then it just doesn't load and doesn't tell you the error or whatever. And how do I know that? Is I open up Task Manager and I look at like the details and I see the geometrydash.exe pop up like few seconds and it's gone. So like it clearly crashed in the background, and I figured out usually it's caused by the save file. So thankfully I had a save file fix program that I have.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and even like obviously backing up is still important, right? I still do that regularly, but yeah, I don't really need to like resort to restore from like a previous backup. I can just like fix it.
I actually need to use that later.
Yeah,
Someone
really
sent it to me a
useful.
long time ago, and I was just like, thanks, and then I never.
Yeah, it's like I feel like if you're creating something, you have to keep like exporting a GMD or something, or just keep doing that like at least at
Backups
the
on
end of
top
every
of
like day
backups.
where you built like a lot of progress.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
what I do.
Well, I do make like the GMD backups. I do even copy like the whole CC local levels. Like the CC
Yeah.
local levels file. Like I even
You can
backed
never
up
have too many
that
backups.
whole file.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. GD does need
Too many
more
horror
optimization.
stories.
Even then, GD is like, I don't know. I mean, do you think it's a pretty optimized game, all things considered? Because like I hear praise from both sides. It's like the optimist in people is like, well, RobTop's a single single dev.
Deb.
Yes.
No, yeah, his name's Deb now.
Yeah.
That's just a
Dev.
secret. He didn't want me to tell anybody, but I just leaked it. No, he's a single
No.
dev.
Mhm.
He's getting like secondhand help, but all things considered, it's,
Yeah.
the game runs. You can open corn. You can put Dark Odyssey as a custom object. Put in Stereo
Yeah.
Madness, doesn't crash. But then the pessimist side is like, why is the game like not taking advantage of the so it's like
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, it really depends on like the hardware you're running the game on, right? Like,
I've heard
If-
that
if
the
you're-
game is really CPU intensive,
yes.
but I
Yeah.
don't have
It-
enough internal
it's-
knowledge about it.
Well, okay. So from my observation, I believe GD uses both CPU and GPU, and
Yeah.
and according to my task manager, the CPU uses a lot more percentage than my GPU. So I think GD is a bit more CPU intensive. But then
Yeah.
again, GD is only using one thread, or it's single threaded.
Yeah, I saw someone
Why
say
isn't
that.
it multi-threaded? Maybe it's not a game that works well multi-thread. Some games just don't. Like, if it does everything on, like... There are some programs that don't scale to multi-threaded very well, so
I
it could
wonder
be that.
why that is.
But
though.
I feel like for rendering a level, you could do that multi-threaded. But I get this is we're talking about a guy who can't like fix the servers for a save file. I don't know if he could figure that out. Maybe someone could. Like,
But yeah,
I feel like the
I'll
game is like, it's RobTop is like, he's obviously developed a very good game, but like if he hired like 2 people, the game would be like 50 times better.
He's in a good
That's my
position though.
opinion.
He doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Like people just work.
Yeah, he
for
doesn't
free.
have to.
Like, and he's grateful.
Yeah.
And not that he takes advantage of it, but it's just a really good set of variables. It's just like, hi, I have a mod team that does all that shit for free. Cool, man. I have leaderboard mods that do all that shit for free. Cool, man.
Free.
Or
I have
maybe
people like
maybe
Viper that set
RobTop.
up whole events for free. Cool, man. Like
Literally,
you know what I'm
he's so lucky, man. The whole community literally runs the entire game for him. But
Yeah.
like, fair enough.
I'm
Fair
sure
enough.
he's like very
He's
grateful
showing.
because like the game is almost
yeah,
died
no, I'm
multiple
sure.
times.
Oh yeah. I think
November
he must have
2018.
said in, like, the GD10 he was like super thankful for it, which I mean,
I hope he
Yeah.
is.
yeah.
Imagine just talk to him. He's like,
You
nah, it's
better
same.
be,
Whatever, they're
man.
fucking.
And he's like, oh yeah, those guys.
He's like,
geez, what a
I
bunch
mean,
of
they're
suckers.
fucking. They're just
Those
yeah.
suckers.
Those fucking.
No. Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
sure
even
he's-
have to pay them, dude. It's legal child labor, basically.
Yeah. Voluntary work.
Volunteer. It's charity work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charity work. Yeah.
All the sweat and
Yeah.
tears
Yeah.
proceeds go to charity. So,
Yeah. Okay,
Goes
like,
to
back
singing
to the
level.
the optimized thing, right? Because
Yeah.
like I mean I remember like I used to play GD on my old Samsung. Like I believe it
Mhm.
was Samsung Galaxy Grand. Yeah, Samsung Galaxy
That
Grand
sounds
was really
powerful.
old. And yeah, it was I mean, obviously like I remember like if the level has so much glow, it runs like 1 FPS. And then
Yeah.
I went on to my PC and it ran way better. Like I
Yeah.
believe there is also some GPU utilization at play. Like if you have like a decent CPU, but like or the GPU and the GPU is like really bad, like you're gonna have like a lot of lag spikes.
Yeah, I think the strat is I have like a kind of old GPU now, like, and it's fine. It's a CPU that like really does all the
Yeah.
performance for GD at least, I think.
Yeah.
Like you just need CPU that has like really good single threaded, like just an Intel but
Yeah.
like I would say get an AMD probably. AMD's like the better choice. I haven't kept up with it in a while.
They need to make a GD specific CPU. One massive thread.
Yeah, the geometry CPU.
No
One,
level
like,
will lag.
biggest one.
I don't know what the best single
size
threaded
of a
CPU
pancake.
is.
I don't
But-
know.
I
Just get
have a
that.
bit of an older CPU, so like I don't have like the P cores and
Yeah.
the E cores, because right now like the Intel ones they have
Oh,
like P and
yeah.
E cores, right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it'll have like. I think mine has that. I don't know. I haven't really checked. But
Like, if
Yeah,
you
I
have a
think
12, it
it'll-
depends on the generation. If you have a 12, at least 12th gen, then you should
Yeah,
have
it is past that. Yeah, so I guess so.
I've been an AMD kid for
But-
over a year now.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
yeah. Wait, did you upgrade your PC? I can't remember.
I said fuck it because my old computer was dying, and I
Alright.
built a new one last November. So November 2023. So there you go.
Huh.
I it was
upgraded mine like
worthy
probably
investment.
6
I
months
wrote it off in
ago.
my taxes. Anyway,
Yeah, I was 6 months back. It's because my photos weren't like they were fucking lagging so much. So I was just like, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
really overkill CPU so it doesn't lag. It doesn't lag anymore. So yay.
I mean, like with level
Yeah.
showcasing and stuff, like rendering is a
Yeah.
good thing because you could have the worst computer and still get
Yeah.
a good video since it's going to render every frame. That's a luxury compared to how it used to be, where it used to be like
Oh, yeah.
macros didn't exist or barely existed. Botting barely
Oh, I remember
existed.
fucking command line Ybot.
yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. And most people just did a good enough no clip run of the level. That was how it was done. Or there was the guy who would speed hack it on half speed, make it look good enough, and then give you that video.
Yeah.
Some people would use like they would artificially scale their resolution for 4K and all this shit. Now it's just
Mhm.
like you download XDBot, you record a macro, record it,
Yeah.
done. There it
It's
is.
like it's
With
so much
audio.
easier now, man. You could just render it out and it has like FFmpeg and everything. Like,
Yep.
I still don't know how Vitesse recorded Misanthrope like so well. It's insane.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember like I was kind of there for the difficult days, but it wasn't like that bad because
I remember when
Basically,
XBot
all you
first
had-
came out.
all you had to do to like record a level like ballistic wistfully, you just put your game in like 0.05 speed so it wouldn't lag. Play the level,
Yeah.
record it in OBS at like 5 FPS, and then you get like a really high quality recording with like no stuttering. And that was how you would record the level, and now it's just like render out. It goes as fast as it can.
Have you ever fucked around with botting, Jonathan? For like showcasing or
Oh,
anything?
okay, yeah. I definitely I have the experience for botting, so yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like I was using like a mega hack replay feature, right? And there was another
Yeah.
feature on top of it. It was called replay bot.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah.
one of my friends told me on how to use the replay bot, because apparently like it's way better to render a level of video per
when
level.
rendering it out is a lot better. There's like it's smoother and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Renders each individual frame, so there's no lag.
Renders individual frames. So yeah, I'm not sure if replay bot is thing in 2.2, but there might be some other alternative. I haven't really messed
I
around
know the
with
geode mod is XDbot. That's just what everyone uses.
XDbot.
That's just what
XDbot,
most people use.
XDbot is pretty good, but the bots in 2.1 we were just spoiled with like the
Obot,
taskbot,
Ybot, taskbot.
Okay, the thing I don't like about XDbot, right? One, you're stuck on 240 FPS. Two,
Really?
when you're rendering out a level, sometimes it just skips parts in the recording. Like, the recording will be going, and they'll just skip like a second of the level and continue like nothing happened. And you're just like, what? Why?
It doesn't render shaders well either in 4K. You have to like.
But
that's a 2.2.
Someone's working on a new bot now called Silicate, and that's going to be out way better. It'll be like taskbot again, and it'll be free.
This is always said every time. It's like, well, the new one's going to be.
No, I'm waiting for Silicate, man. It's going to be
the new one,
banging.
You know.
It's only like, I don't know, a few weeks, I think. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean, dude, Mega Hackbot's pretty good.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you're doing. Like, Mega Hackbots,
yeah,
if I remember right, they're just macros. So if you don't really know and you're botting something really hard, the bot can still break. The thing with XDbot, and bots like Obot from back in the day. The reason why people use things like XDbot is because it forces your coordinate position, and it forces it just forces it. So you can still like break a bot if you just no clipped it when you recorded it, whatever. But like its actual trajectory will stay the same even if you add game mode portals and shit. So you can get really
you'll
crisp.
have like a wave that's bouncing.
If you've ever seen a video, Jonathan, of like something cursed,
seen it in,
like a wave
memes.
jumping, that's someone just recorded a bot jumping as a cube and then played the bot back and placed a wave portal because it forces the position.
Yeah, that's what's funny.
Yeah,
that's how
I remember that. That was really good.
I remember the Obot phase when I was I liked that. That was like one of my favorite bots, but it did a thing where if you place a start position and like in the middle of a jump as like a cube and then you restart, it wouldn't save the rotation. So then when you play the bot back, your cube would just stop rotating in midair. Like if you watch the Limbo showcase,
that's what caught.
I think it happens quite a few times when I did that because I was just like I couldn't be asked to fix all that, and Limbo is basically impossible. So, but yeah, there are a few of those. Like I think in the ball in the first segment and everything.
Dude, I have a hot take. You want me to drop a bomb?
Drop it.
I'm just gonna say it. I think Nexus is a fucking hacker.
What do you mean?
I think Nexus is a cheater. I think that motherfucker just bots so much shit. And I actually think that dude just bots like every insane demon. Cause like it makes sense. Every like non-demonlistic stream.
I think
it makes sense.
Has been
smart.
If he doesn't put 100% in the title, I think that means he just recorded it. But
no, dude, I actually
doesn't say.
This is part of the joke. But I actually think that dude like hacks so much shit. But like it doesn't matter because it's like that's my hot take. If Nexus DMs me and
it's like a showcase at the beginning of the subscription, like it's a showcase. But
yeah. If I get like that Twitter DM that's like you have made a mistake, then fine.
Yeah.
But that's my firm belief.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with showcasing though, like with a bot. I mean, obviously, I would be hypocritical to say.
Obviously, but you just have to make it clear, like with a disclaimer.
Because I know, like, do you know what is bad? Like... I saw people figured out Exon for like hard levels. He was using like the AI bot that would like path find for you, and so he wasn't like if silent circles. He wasn't botting that himself. He just like ran the like find the path function in the bot. which is, I mean, I guess it works, but like,
I guess
yeah.
something similar like machine learning kind of thing.
yeah, I
Mhm.
think so. Though it was like in Ybot or something that could do it, but no one uses Ybot because you have to have a separate GD installation, like with no mega hack or anything, just Ybot.
So
And no one
vanilla.
wants to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
Basically you have to have a vanilla instance.
Yeah, it replaces a
Interesting.
bunch of the code or something. I can't remember why, but
Dude, mega hack, not having mega hack is like if you came home and like all of your belongings were gone except for like your bed
yeah,
and
Oh
like
my
your fridge.
God.
That's what it's like.
dude.
Yeah.
That's what it's
That's
like.
big
also
now,
partly the
though.
reason like
Like
back
going
in
out
2.2,
camping.
right? Like
Sorry, what'd you
back in
say?
2.2, like sorry.
No,
Well,
I just
me-
didn't hear what you said, Jonathan.
Oh yeah. So okay, so basically like when back in like 2.2, right? Like I knew when 2.2 was coming out, I was backing up my client because I knew like mega hack and other stuff would be broken. And so
Mhm.
I remember this like back in like 2.206 is coming out. Like I backed up 2.20 for a client and everything. I backed it up. So whenever 2.206 releases, well, I still have my mega hack and the geo.
Yep.
So and then everyone it's funny to see everyone was like, "Oh, why is my mega hack not working? Why is geo not working?" They were
Yeah.
complaining a lot. It was really fun.
So reliant
And you
on
just
it,
have,
dude.
oh, I have it. It works for me.
Every
But-
minor little update breaks everything, dude.
Why does
Yeah.
it break everything? Surely they can
Dude,
just
I don't know.
Surely it just
It
work.
probably has something to do with compiled code or something like that.
Oh yeah, of course, because it's all in assembly. You can't actually look at the code.
Yeah,
Didn't
like it's
Absolute
Yeah.
mention the reason why?
I'm sure he did. It's been a
I
while,
wasn't
but
there. So.
like since
if
last
anyone can tell you,
episode.
it's him. Or
Yeah,
Floyd.
I'm sure he would know like straight away. But
It rearranges addresses.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's something to do with like I think rearranging addresses. It's something to do with like
Yeah.
different offsets of like some code.
Makes
So
sense.
that's why this breaks. Even like adding one little function, it will just break everything.
Damn. He should just like
This
give
is some
Absolute the
shit.
source code, just so like, he can do everyone a favor.
Such a
Wow.
bittersweet relationship, those two. Absolute and Rob.
Like,
Rob like appreciates what he's done, but also he's technically just making cheats. So it's like,
yeah.
I mean, I think Rob has to not be mad at Absolute, or that's like,
no.
come on, that guy's
I mean,
like
what if
carried
what if he just like
community.
hates him, just doesn't say anything? He's like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back I still remember this. Like RobTop used to really hate the hackers so much. Like they had something to say about the hackers. Like
for a lot of
they
them,
really
that's fair.
yeah. Like back in the Mghosty era, back in the like Anaban era, like yeah, that was really old. Back when Absolute was called, I believe Absolute Gamer.
Yep.
Like when
Right.
they make like a hack like 1 or 2, like with the comment stuff, like
Yeah,
those back in
yeah.
2.0.
Yeah,
That was like back when I used to use the forums, right?
Yeah.
Back when, oh my god, that's
a
also
long
when
time
I
ago.
kind of joined the community. I just joined the forums.
Old back when NoClip was like a sketchy exe file. Those were the
Yeah.
good days, dude.
Yeah,
Back when
you had
the
to
freaking
whip out
icon,
the
Before
cheat
everyone
engine.
became so privileged.
the icon for like I believe like the no clip and the object limit, like it was like hypnotizing. That's
Wasn't like old Mega Hack, it
Mega
was just like a external window with like checkboxes. That was it.
I think
And
that was
there
Mega
wasn't that much
V5,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, V5.
V5.
It,
I remember
like
that
when
one.
every time you open it up, it will
Yes.
open up a browser, like a browser tab.
I remember it, yeah. I
Like,
remember
it
you had
was-
to get creator hacks separately. It was like a different thing
Yeah.
you had to pay for. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
it
a
was
shame
really
that image
annoying.
to GD doesn't work anymore.
It was really annoying before you had fast tab out. So you had to tab out to change something every
Do you
time, but then it
remember-
would take like 50 years and your game would crash.
Do you remember? Yes. Do you remember when you would alt tab
my God.
sometimes, and then the game window would become super tiny on the top screen of your monitor, and it just stopped responding, and the game would just close? Remember that shit?
Oh,
Because of course.
I had that.
You just
I
alt
had it
tab, like just like you
before.
gotta read emails or messages. The game just becomes super tiny up here, and you get that
Mhm.
circle wheel of death, and the game's just like, I don't know what to do. Sorry, like you fucked it.
Look, guys, tabbing out is a bit too much for me, okay? You gotta be careful. And then
GD
someone
is kind
fixed
of
it
the
with
most
like 2
sensitive
lines
thing.
of code.
GD's more sensitive than a lot of things.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
and people were saying GD is optimized, and then you have other issues too, like the.
It's just such a weird like argument, or it's such a weird topic, because it's like it is in certain ways,
yeah,
and then it's
only in
like-
some ways.
yeah. I
Mm.
don't know. Like everyone says, like everyone always assumes like this feels like it should be easy to fix, but then it's like
Mhm.
if it is easy, he probably would have done it. But it's like, but then
Yeah.
again, he's RobTop, so he's probably doesn't get. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know.
If only GD is open source, man. Like it would be
Yeah.
really
That's too
cool
much to
because
ask.
everyone, the thing, like anyone can contribute to the code, right? But
Mm.
again, like I mean, from the beginning, like it was already closed source to begin with, so like it's never gonna happen. But
Yeah,
Is
but I mean,
2.2
if it's
like,
open source, you can't charge for the game anymore because people just download it.
Yeah, you get
yeah,
a repository.
I mean, but you can make like a supporter thing. I guess that's the next best option.
Mm.
yeah, I mean,
That's
I
a
don't
lot-
know
a
how
lot-
you
a
It'd
lot
just
of-
there'd be
control
way more
Like,
pirates of the game, I think. So he's not trusting to give away the source code. That's probably why.
Yeah, I think he wants to kind of wants to take pride on his own game. I guess
Yeah,
that. Fair.
I
mean,
made all of this by myself, you know.
yeah.
I guess not many people can say that. Like that GD still like tops the charts in the App Store.
Yeah.
That's
Like
crazy.
kinda
dude
surprising
deserves
that
his
it's
own
dropped
gem
there.
for that. Like you deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck no. yeah,
Yeah,
no. But
but-
fix your game.
Rate quantuse processing and gravity, and then we'll talk.
Rate Impossible Travel when it comes out.
Yeah.
make the game multi-threaded.
That's a real concern. Like that's a real thing. That like, why haven't you done that? I don't know.
I mean,
no
again,
idea.
I think that one of the main issue is that, like, I mean, RobTop has been really busy with stuff, right? I mean, he wasn't. It hasn't been
Yeah, fair
communicating
enough.
much about
He's got
like
family.
whatever stuff. Yeah, I know he has life, he
Boo.
has gym, but like he still regularly rates levels like every day. Like he still
Does he actually
posts
have his
some-
own gym?
I
has
have
a
no
home
idea.
gym.
I have no idea about that. I think his own gym. Yeah.
Yep, he's got a home gym. He's got a lot of
That's
machines.
insane.
A lot of shit.
That was
Pretty nice. Coming from
So he's
someone who
just
has to
in
drive
there after a
30
set,
minutes
like
to go to the
rating
gym.
some levels.
Yeah, having
Maybe,
a home
yeah,
gym
he's
means that you
doing
don't
legs. He's
Yeah.
doing legs like this.
Oh fuck!
you don't have no more paying subscription for
Yeah,
gym
bro's
anymore.
in between the
is
legs. So he's
laptop
like, "Fuck it, I'm
open.
gonna rate fucking something."
Laptop open on the leg press. Just back like this. Just like
Do you think
Yeah,
anything
maybe.
like if he like failed a set of something, he had to rate tidal
maybe
waves, and then he
ChatGPT
just
just,
like rate
fucking
one
like
day.
chooses the most popular. He probably doesn't even do it himself anymore.
Yeah,
He probably
Yeah,
wrote a
I
program
know.
that's like just
just rate whatever.
dude,
just, like,
new GD
it's got enough
conspiracy
magic
theory.
sounds.
The Rob being drunk thing when weird levels get rated. Imagine that's just like from like some program he wrote that just made a mistake very occasionally.
Yeah,
And it's not him just
Oh my
being
God.
like, yeah, whatever. I'll just
I feel like if I was RobTop, if I got drunk, I would just be rating some mad shit and just be going like, "You gotta do."
Maybe that's how Balls Moten got rated.
Maybe
I don't know, man.
I wouldn't know.
Well-
I'm not RobTop.
Well, even
I don't know.
then, like after I
doing.
feel like after RobTop is like not drunk anymore after like a while, then he would realize, oh wait, I didn't mean to
The
rate
hangover,
this.
yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna,
like, oh
gonna
god, well, I
unrate
can't
it.
unrate it now. The kid's gonna
But he probably
cry.
doesn't care. He's just like, just let him have it, man.
Yeah.
It's weird, like, there's some levels that he seems to have like a weird vendetta towards. Like
Mhm.
Like what?
like Recropolix. Like
I don't know.
I don't understand like how some levels he just like literally just blanks it out, just refuses to acknowledge it. Isn't that like weird?
W Copolix? Oh,
like that's just an
my
example.
God.
I think this happened to Fairy Dust V2 as well. But it's just like it's just levels like that. It's just like why the resentment?
I mean, okay, like I don't really know, but like I mean, with RobTop, like he has his own system for like levels to be rated, because of mod
Right.
sending levels to him, right? And yeah, I think it was different back then, like back in like early 2.1, but it might be different in 2.2 though. But yeah, I mean, yeah, like another example back then was like Tidal Wave, like. It was unrated for so long to the point that the whole community had to had to pressure RobTop. Like honestly, I'm gonna be honest about this. Like having the whole community like pressuring the creator of the game to rate like a specific level, like top 1, like it creates like a big concern, right? Like like let's say if Grief gets verified. And then people are just gonna start pressuring like RobTop to rate Grief.
Yeah.
And that's something like I don't really like seeing. Like if I gotta be honest, I just don't like seeing like everyone like just pressuring RobTop. I don't
That's
know.
fair.
Maybe
I mean,
I'm probably weird.
I agree to disagree, but like it just depends on the level. I guess we're all different.
I feel like he doesn't realize that like sometimes you should just rate a level to like give appreciation to like the actual achievement of someone beating that level. And
yeah.
It won't it'll mess up like a bunch of the lists if it's not rated as well. Because the demon list doesn't have like a unrated levels included mode. So it just makes everything easier for everyone if it is rated.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah.
The argument with that though is like the contrary argument with that is like that kind of assumes that the level like seems entitled to be rated, and that's like the whole argument people have.
Yeah.
When like the one side are people that just want to see good levels rated, subjectively good levels rated, and then I think the other side is just people wanting to see like the game's difficulty progress, right? And I think some people like a lot of the people probably just don't care for like hard levels on the list. And like, look, Tidal Wave is Tidal Wave is subjectively fine. It's not
pretty good.
It's not mind blowing.
I would say it's pretty good.
Horrific dog shit. It's fine.
Yeah, it's an okay level, but yeah.
I think it's fine.
I remember when it came out, like when it was verified, like everyone was hating it at first because oh no, not another top 1.
I mean,
like,
I don't know. Like, I think some people like I say this a lot. A lot of people in the community, I think they just have an issue with like just immediately brushing off any level ever and not even trying to see anything in levels. Like, am I the only one that thinks that that's just like sad? Like, come on, like you can't see anything good about Tidal Wave or any other level.
Yeah.
Like not even Tidal Wave specifically. It's like most levels, like a lot of levels, 95% have good qualities. Even if like, you know, the norm thinks that they're just terrible. Like Tidal Wave's gameplay is pretty good, pretty satisfying. I like the colors, blah blah blah. Like it, I don't know. I just don't like when people brush off an entire creative work just being like, well, and that's just their opinion. But like it's just I just think that's kind of annoying.
Yeah, they really have a very they are really vocal about their opinion and just pushing it off, you know.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I think another reason it annoys me so much is because it's not even helpful. Like it doesn't even like people that say that rarely. This is generalizing, kind of a logical fallacy. I apologize, but people who say that rarely ever actually explain why they think that this is bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And when they explain why it's bad, it's probably like something generic, like oh my god, fix hitbox. Oh my god.
They just find any excuse.
Or maybe I can't do this.
Yeah.
Or
Again,
maybe
like,
maybe because they love Acheron, right? They want they like Acheron as a top one more than Tidal Wave. That's probably why. Because I
don't
remember like I
know.
heard this argument. Because like I don't know, didn't RobTop or specifically said like himself that he doesn't like Tidal Wave as a top one? Like
probably, I don't know.
he
I'm
probably
not
said
sure.
he probably said it in like the GD Discord server, like in general, like a long time ago.
I'm sure he was just kind of annoyed by the amount of people just being like, rate this, please rate this, please rate this, which is
That's
fair.
why
Which is fair.
yeah.
But like, come on,
Like,
man, just
yeah.
rate the damn level.
I feel like he's someone who likes hell level top ones just for some reason. Like he's
I
in
guess if I
preference
was
of
in
like a
his
darker
position,
top
though,
one.
like,
Because it's like
yeah,
I don't know. He's always had the more like sinister like ideas for like the harder levels, you know, like the demon difficulty, right? So it's like it's on theme for the game for like the top one to be a really like dark kind of intimidating level, and Tidal Wave's just like I don't know. I'm just here. I'm top one. Yeah.
I guess if we play devil's
But-
advocate for a second, it's like, I guess think about RobTop's position. It's like your hands are in control of like the future of difficulty of your game. And so like I guess, you know, I guess if we were him, I'm sure we would want it to progress in a specific way. And I'm sure that's why Recropolis never got rated. I'm sure he just didn't want that to be what dethroned Bloodbath. I'm sure it was something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure like he likes the level, whatever. I mean, but who knows? Like, that's just a pure assumption.
Yeah, I just feel like I hope Grief gets rated when it's beaten, even though like he said he wouldn't rate levels that are verified with CBF or something like that, and Dougie's using CBF, so apparently it cannot get rated. I think it should just get rated. Like
the thing is, like if Grief gets rated when it was verified with CBF, it's gonna cause like a big controversy regardless.
But like why? I've like CBF doesn't make you that much better. Like it's not insane how much better it makes you.
It's insane how much it
I think
levels the playing field. But
I think the problem with CBF right now is that you can't really achieve that in vanilla gameplay. You can't like get CBF through hardware means, right?
I feel like RobTop should just implement it himself.
You can't buy a CBF, you know what I mean? Like, you cannot like buy like a monitor that has CBF, like obviously.
Yeah.
So
CRT.
you can only get it by mods, like and modifying like the client.
Yeah,
so,
I think it feels like actually having it in the game is just like it feels like common sense to just have it in the game. But yeah, having it as like a mod. I mean, I've never seen anyone like any top players saying, "Oh, like I don't have access to CBF." Like everyone who would benefit greatly or like to beat something more difficult from it is able to use it. So I don't know. I don't think it's too inaccessible.
All you need is the base game.
I sometimes use it. I just kind of forget I like have it on or not on. Like I'll play levels with VSync on and just not care. I think.
I mean, the problem.
It probably matters more for like top players, but yeah.
Yeah, the problem is that like it's kind of split, right? The community is kind of split. So you have the top player community, right, in GD, and that advocates for CBF, and then you have like the other like casual players they think CBF is not legit. And I mean, that like you already heard like a bunch of like the arguments that it makes difference, blah blah blah. It makes the game better. Yeah, I think we already know the deal. But yeah, like it's very split. It's very split.
Yeah,
this argument's been going for like several months. Dude,
I think the main thing with it is like it can alter the physics sometimes. So, I mean, not enough for like the list to care, but it can change it a tiny bit. So.
Right. Yeah. Even like some physics changes, like there are some changes that obviously cannot be replicated to vanilla gameplay. So that's why like it's like not legit. By like obviously according to the like the leaderboard rules. Because I'm like top 300 in the leaderboards. Like the thing is, if I use CBF, obviously I would get LB ban, like leaderboard ban.
Really? Do you get leaderboard ban for CBF?
Really? That's mad if you do. That's crazy.
I'm not 100% sure, but I would assume that because like obviously Because like,
Bro, I'm actually getting
okay.
leaderboard banned because you like.
Cause I care
accurately.
because I'm a star
Mm.
grinder as well. I'm not just a creator, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
also a star grinder, so I don't want to take a risk.
So wait, if you get
Yeah.
leaderboard banned for using CBF and then Rob's like official one that he's talking about gets implemented, do you get unbanned, or did you cheated anyway? Like that's gonna be an
Well, the
interesting
thing is,
argument.
RobTop, like I believe RobTop hasn't implemented it yet, so it's not
Mhm.
currently in the game yet. So right now, we cannot use CBF like through mods. That's the thing.
Mm.
But like,
I'm sure
like
there's-
it's different. It's different than in like 2.1 back in 2020 when FPS bypass was a thing. The main problem is that like in order to play better, you actually need to buy an expensive monitor, like 144
Yeah.
hertz, 240, and
The
it's not
age-old
very
argument.
accessible, right? So they introduced FPS bypass, which I think a lot of people agreed more that it should be in the game to even out the playing field. So you don't really need to buy a
Mhm.
240 hertz monitor anymore to play. So that
Yeah.
FPS bypass in general is a lot more acceptable
Yeah.
than CBF.
Well, so it doesn't really make a difference anymore, I think, to the physics. Like you can just use whatever FPS you want now.
Yeah,
That's true. Rob fixed that. Fixed that whole dilemma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Like, there's an innovation happens like every couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I wonder how like cool it'd
Yeah.
be to play with 540 hertz. Like, would it make a difference? Because those exist now. You can do 540 hertz. It's like not that expensive either. I think the panel like kind of sucks on a cheaper 540.
yeah,
It's
the
about like
colors.
$400.
Yeah, the colors kind of sucks though, but
Yeah,
yeah,
the
high
colors
refresh
suck.
rate, though.
But like
I
my
wonder if like
240's colors also suck. So
I wonder if building levels on
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
OLED display like changes the game.
Oh, that's exactly what I have.
Is it
I-
like
I-
night and day? Because I know like isn't OLED
It'll be like a
the
phone
pixels
screen, which
just
is most
disappear
players.
with dark
So
colors?
Yes,
Isn't that how
I
it
mean
works?
I have an OLED 240 hertz, right?
Mhm.
And it is insane, dude. The
those monitors are
black,
fucking sick.
the black is like perfect black. It's
Yep.
crazy.
Cool.
But yeah, it's what I jumped from like I have my old 280 hertz still, which I have
Yeah.
been using for like 3.5 years, right?
Yeah.
And then I upgraded to like 2K OLED 240 hertz, and it's really insane.
That's just insane, man. I wanted to get one of those, but like I don't know. I already have a 240 like 1080, and I've got this. Do you know my main monitor is this? It's this Dell 8K monitor that I found on eBay for like really cheap because someone thought it was broken and it wasn't. And that thing's got like the glossy screen, so all the blacks are really deep and like the colors are really like the reds. It's like when you go from a bad monitor, the reds get like so much better. Like
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like I've seen some creators setups and they make like really good levels. And they have like this potato screen that they have on this old laptop. I'm like, how do you even see your level? But
Probably to their phone, because the phone generally
Yeah,
has like
you can
better
play on your
screen, maybe.
all phones have like
Mm,
OLED
yeah.
screens, so
Well,
What
not
does
all
the
phones.
iPhone, 12 have?
I believe
Probably just
some phones still have
Oh,
IPS
yeah.
panel phones.
oh yeah, I think most like new phones now though are pretty much
Most
OLED.
like most decent like mid-range to upper range phones
Mhm.
should have an AMOLED, but like
Yeah.
cheaper phones still has IPS.
Okay, yeah.
I'm still in
Oh.
1080p. I
What?
still
And
using
now,
two
and now I
1080p monitors.
heard this thing.
Oh my
I'm not
God,
sure
man.
if you guys watched the CES 2025. Like I think
Yeah, man.
Asus just announced a 4K to 40 hertz OLED. I was like, oh my
That sounds
god.
That's
crazy.
Oh, that if I switch to anything ever, it might be that, but it's probably going to cost like £2,000.
Don't tempt me.
It's definitely gonna cost like 2,000, bro. Holy.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
it might be
yeah.
awesome though.
Like
Oh
yeah,
my
4K.
God.
4K is like really good though. Like especially
Like,
as a
yeah.
YouTuber.
Same
When
with
I go
like
to university
1440.
and I can only have one monitor, that'd be pretty sick. Because they can do
Is it
everything
the
at once.
Asus ROG Swift 32 inch?
Yeah,
It's so
I think it's
expensive.
that.
Yeah,
It is.
that's
It's $1,200.
ridiculous, man. The panel will probably be in cheaper monitors sooner though. That's
Rent
what happened
and
with the
food for my
4040.
family or a 4K 240 hertz display.
You gotta have 4K, man. Come on, 240 at 4K. That's pretty insane.
I mean,
I don't know. I think my
I'm fine
family
with
will be fine if they go a couple of days without food. Sorry.
I'm
go
fine with my
ahead.
Yeah.
2K monitor though. I upgraded from 1080p
Yeah,
to
honestly,
2K,
like,
so I think it's fine.
I feel if you don't upgrade, you'll never know. So
I mean, I've
It's-
walked around Best Buy before and looked at monitors, TVs. I had a 4K TV.
Yeah.
Remember how I broke that because I was stupid? And I feel so bad
Mhm.
about that.
Oh yeah,
That's
I remember.
I
Yeah,
haven't broken technology in like 7, 8 years. But that panel was just so flimsy, and I feel so bad, like, because we were gonna throw it away because we thought it was broken. It was a specific Vizio TV that had this display issue with that model specifically, and it was just like it wasn't plugged in all the way into the LCD screen, and so someone in my house thought it was broken, and so we put it in the box, sat in the garage for a while, but then I got it out. This is like 5 months ago. Got it out, put it in my room because I was going to start fixing it. Then we had to go to dinner, and I came back, screen was fine, fixed. Like, so then I just set it up, and I was using it for a racing sim for a long time. But like, since it still had that weird issue in HDMI's that were plugged into it, it would just flicker a lot, unless it was in like full screen that somehow forced the display, something like that. But then like, I was dealing with a mild annoyance of that for a couple months, and I guess one day it just kept happening and I just couldn't figure it out, and I just got just angry enough. I didn't even hit it that hard. It just destroyed the screen. And I felt so bad. I actually felt like I didn't deserve anything the second after I did that. I was like,
yeah.
oh God.
I know.
But that's my story of breaking technology.
Whoever
Don't do
rage
that, by the
broken
way. You'll
technology.
regret
I
it
feel like
instantly.
people who are like, there are some people who are just like, no man, technology is like, bro, that's expensive. You know, I can't be breaking that.
Yeah, I mean, like that. I mean that. But there are a lot of people who just break technology for like.
I mean, people are complicated, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
People who play like GD. Like, there are people who that I heard when I saw people broke their monitors over Bootity 2, bro.
Bro.
Oh my god.
Reminded me of the Sigma interface GIF of the guy like punching his monitor.
Oh yeah,
after he
yeah.
died.
Wait, I haven't seen that. What did someone like crash
There's
out
a
over
GIF of
Sigma
it
interface?
somewhere.
Oh,
I think
Yeah.
it's Delta
that's
interface.
beautiful.
Well, I mean, not
Yeah,
like
it
the
was.
detail matters. I mean,
Yeah.
oh man, don't break
I
technology.
sent- Oh wait, there's no embeds in the server. But I did send it. I'll send it in the group chat.
Let's
Oh my
see.
god.
Yep, it's that. We
That's
have no
valid,
idea
that-
who that is
yeah.
either. No idea who did that.
Really? Wow.
Like I was
Oh, yeah,
left-handed up, like as if like guarding his face as well.
He's
That's
guarding
funny.
his face. I think his
Yeah.
hand's just up. Maybe he's a fighter. I'll
Yeah,
put this
no,
on
it's
the
like-
screen.
like
I'm
just
not gonna
naturally
gatekeep
up.
this from listeners. Hold on.
Yeah, just show it on the thing.
By the way, guys, don't do this. You'll regret it.
Yeah, you will waste money, dude.
Oh yeah.
100%, you will just waste money doing that.
The reason I don't feel like too terrible about breaking that TV is because it was given to me for free. But like, I feel like it's even more of a reason to feel bad. It's just like, dude, you basically got a free TV that you didn't even fix. It fixed itself, and then you just went and broke it. Like, fucking stupid ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I know. That's not epic, man. That's a blunder, but
I have a picture of it. If I find a
Whatever,
picture of it,
man.
I'll show it. That was not fun.
Yeah, this is
Yep.
why.
Here we go. I found a picture.
I mean,
I would, dude. Oh,
Yeah.
man, I can't even tell you like the amount of like immediate regret that you feel the second you do something like that, you're just like, why did I do? What the?
Yeah. I can't say I have.
What's the
done
most
something
expensive
like
thing
that.
you've broken? Can you think of anything?
Is this a
Let's see.
question for everyone?
Yeah, anyone. Because like that's pretty expensive. Like a fucking 4K, like 55-inch TV. Like that's like I don't deserve anything in my room after breaking something like that.
I don't think I've broken anything expensive, but I remember there was this one time. I don't remember how it happened. I was at the mall, and there was just like one stand with like glass statues or whatever, and then I was holding one and I accidentally dropped it and it broke, and then my parents had to pay for it, and I think it was like almost $100 for some reason. So yeah, that was the
Oh.
most expensive thing I broke. It was like a complete accident, and I was a kid, so I don't know.
I think I think I've broken a CPU before, like I bent the pins by accident.
I've done that too.
That was like a 2700X, so that
Dude.
was a few hundred. And I don't know how, but during my using of it, I broke the audio stuff of a Canon R5. That would have been about that's like it has to replace the whole camera, so however much a Canon R5 is. But
All right, we're about to put you on blast.
I think it
hold
just
on.
broke by itself, so I just got a refund. But yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Is it a Canon EOS R5?
Yeah.
That is $2,900.
Oh, they're about $2,000 used, maybe. That's pretty wrong.
That's
But
still a lot of money. Still a lot
yeah,
of money.
no, it's
I don't feel as
it's
bad.
kind of fine because they break
Yeah.
all the time anyway, so you can just like they
Oh.
just take it back.
They have a rep for just
Their
breaking.
warranty, you know, where you buy it from.
Oh, yeah, true.
I still don't know if I broke it or not. So
Dude, sometimes like do you know people that are like super unlucky with technology? Like sometimes shit just breaks. Do you know anybody like that? That's like they're like anti-technology almost. It's like the tech like doesn't like them in particular. Like,
I know what you mean.
like that's like $2,000
Yeah.
camera that breaks because it's bored. Yeah, like
Oh, actually, no. I owned a camera that literally just had a reputation for breaking because it was bored, and it would literally delete your photos and die randomly with like no warning. That was a Leica M11, but I don't have it anymore.
thank God for having like
But yeah,
an old
no.
car.
Break the camera.
It's like-
They can't figure out firmware after all these years. They still can't do it.
Yeah. I'm taking your word for it. I haven't bought a camera in like 9 years.
Dude.
10 years.
I mean, look at this,
years.
man. You get zoom.
Yeah. I can do that too.
We don't have to buy a camera anymore because we all have cameras in our phones.
Yep. Which is in your pocket.
Yep.
And
You
it's
can-
really
you can
it's
do-
really good.
You can be a 24mm only photographer and then use your phone. Yes, that is.
Dude, I'm
true.
addicted to like focal length and like I feel like I think I'm a firm believer that like anyone can look good with like good lighting, good angles, good focal length. I am a firm believer that nobody's ugly.
If you have, because most phone cameras are like 26mm, which is quite wide, and it's also a really tiny sensor. So when you get like close to someone to take a picture, you get tons of perspective distortion, which will make someone's like just face look thinner, their nose bigger.
Yep.
And
like,
if you go far
yeah.
away and zoom in, so instantly like look better because you're at. I think portraits you want to be at like 85mm, something like that. And that's when people
they gotta
start to
fix
look
that.
like
That
normal.
makes people so self-conscious. Like, if I took a picture,
Some
like
people have
that
got
right
nose
now,
jobs based purely off how they look on their selfie
if
camera.
I did that right now, I hate how long my head looks. Like I think, because it's like it's taking a selfie like that is not what someone would see standing in front of you.
Yeah.
Like it's just different.
Yeah, I mean,
we're getting way off track, but like.
Wait, no, this is what happens, bro. We waffle. We yap.
It'll be fine.
But yapping's good, bro. We're vibing.
Yeah.
But people who
I'm
who
just
put
happy
this
to
on
be
in the
here,
background who are just
truthfully.
like, how do we get? Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here. You know.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait. So we do have a lot of questions actually. That we just organically get
Yeah,
through.
this guy still has like a billion questions.
I was so afraid of like not having enough material, but we're good, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought of this one. I thought of this one last night when I was trying to go to bed. Let's
he
see
was
where I can
EP.
find it. Where was it? I remember I literally was trying to go to sleep, and I just thought of it in my head. I'm like, holy shit! And then I got up and wrote it down, and went back to sleep.
Bro, like a genius having an idea. Oh my god, eureka! I know it.
I mean, it's a pretty bit. Like these aren't like Nardwar questions.
Yeah.
Ooh, here we go. So I actually, a lot of people tell you I hear from a lot of people that you have a heavy amount of influence in the gameplay space, like the gameplay
Yeah.
community. Do you ever see like your gameplay style or elements of your gameplay bleed into other creative levels? Creative levels. You like that wording?
Well, yeah, a lot actually. But yeah, I mean, people have kind of know my gameplay style for, you know, like they kind of like follow the formula. Like I mean, they look at Dark Odyssey, they look at Future Funk 2, and just look at it and JonathanGD levels. They usually have like duels, asymmetric duels. They
Yeah.
have like the 99 choke points and
Yeah.
the thing is with my general gameplay style, I've done a lot. There is not like a significant like other stuff in terms of in terms of gameplay. Like I just do everything that I think looks really cool gameplay wise. And so like when I made Future Fun, like I didn't really think that it will be that influential. Like when I was building Feature Funk, right? I was in high school. I was about to graduate. Like, I had to do finals. I had to do final exam, and like I wasn't really thinking much. I was kind of focused a bit on the exams and final project. And so I was just trying like everything. I was just like building just to like get my take a break from studying for a little bit. So yeah.
What was the first level you made that like really blew up? And like you looked at your phone one day and you were like, oh, okay.
Okay. This is an interesting one. So yeah, obviously like the first level that blew up, like that made me very popular, was obviously Dark Travel. Dark Travel, like
okay.
back in April 2017. So yeah, it took me 2 years, right? Since I started seriously creating, it took me 2 years to actually get some recognition. So yeah, I just had to like join a contest, and if I get like top 3, yeah, Dark Travel got 3rd place on Vibrant's contest number 8. I think Vibrant CC8. So
I can't remember.
yeah,
it's been so long.
I got some recognition. Like I remember Partition made a video about it. It was really huge. Even Merg made a video about it.
What?
Yeah, Merg.
I'm looking this up.
Oh my god, that was a really old video though.
Merg does not exist anymore. Never mind, he does, but that's so funny.
Yeah, and yeah, back when Merg still played GD.
Merg only did Undertale levels.
Yeah, Merg only does Undertale and other games. That's about it. But yeah, that was the level that really blew me up. Like I remember like I had like 800 subscribers back then, right? Like 500 to 800, like at beginning of 2017, and then since I released the level, since the result got announced, then yeah, a lot of big YouTubers made videos about it, and the level got like downloads, and I also get a boost in subscriber count as well. Like I remember like after like 2 months of like uploading that level, like I had like 5,000. I have 5,000 subs. That was incredible. Like it was really incredible.
Motivating. It's just like, oh.
And then Yeah.
Okay.
And then the growth just keep going and going and going. Like the more I release levels, like I made Woody 2, and then I made Future Funk. Like at the time I released Future Funk, I didn't really think it was going to be that influential. Like I thought it was just like another level that I thought looks really cool, that fits. I kind of like it. I'm proud of it, so I'm just went on with it. And then it unexpectedly, like it just blew up. Like it has like 15 million downloads. I still couldn't really comprehend it.
Are there any of your
15
levels that
million.
like that you don't think is like your greatest work, but like people think it's like your magnum opus? Like, are there anything? Is there anything like that? I'm sure there is. With like,
Yeah, there
'cause,
are,
like,
there
I
are
mean,
quite
all of your levels are pretty fucking good, obviously.
yeah,
But there's
there
some
are
that's like,
there are a lot of them.
damn.
Right, obviously.
Not to Glaze,
Like-
but he's the goat. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, obviously, like the Lost Existence, I thought it's just a pretty, like, it's a very mid level, right? It's a mediocre level, but a lot of people mention
Mhm.
it still, like, wow.
I
But then
like
yeah,
that level, yeah.
my recent levels like Arrow and Monolitos like simply didn't really get that much mention compared to like TLE or even like Biru. That's because like I think I don't know, people just mention my older levels more than my more recent levels.
Maybe it's because
I
they've
don't
had
know,
time to
maybe
soak. They've had time to
Yeah.
soak in to the
Yeah, I
sponges
know,
that
they're
are
just
our
like
brains.
it was at the era where like there was a bunch of like player content, I think. So you would have all the like the GD YouTubers playing your levels, and because it's like good for content, because you get like even if you're good at the game, you're still gonna die at 99, and that's content. So everyone could get
Yeah.
like a lot of videos playing your levels back then. Now it's more like there's a lot less player content creators.
Yeah,
and,
that's
like,
the
people
thing
watching
though.
that.
Cause like obviously like back when Juniper was very active, right? Back in like 2020 or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, Juniper was playing like Future Funk 2, like it was very popular at the time, like
Yeah.
and yeah, and I think right now like Juniper is like really busy with college and all that, so
Yeah.
and not like a bunch of like YouTubers playing it, so dude. Like and that made me realize, you know, like that one level that kind of blew up is like having like a bunch of YouTubers playing it. So
Yeah, that's basically it.
partly like partly the reason why my my most recent Easy Demon levels didn't really get a much download because it wasn't really much people making content out of it. I mean, there are like some YouTubers making one dedicated video about it, like even a whole highlight and everything. But yeah, it's an easy demon. Like, I mean, to be honest, like you can't really do much about easy demons. Like, you just for most people, they play an easy demon, they beat it, and then they move on.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously,
It's not as memorable.
It's not as
I feel like.
memorable as Extreme Demons because you don't.
It doesn't
really
have as much time to be memorable. Just
yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of the problem. Like,
yeah.
because like when I make like this is why I don't really like making easy demons. I just prefer making like insane or extreme demon, or at least hard demon. Because Future Funk is like the only hard demon that I ever have, right? And it really blew up. It's like the number one most recommended like hard demons aside from Nine Circles.
Dude, that's what everyone plays on Globed on Geode.
Yeah,
swear
like,
to God, it's
I
the
was
most
like,
played
wow.
one. Everyone just sits in Future Funk the whole time.
Everyone played Future Funk on Globe. Like, wow.
Like, dude, if you showed up, I think kids would just like implode. I think they would just go like they would actually.
Oh my God.
They'd freak out. Go crazy.
I mean, I think I did that. The thing is, like, Globe doesn't have like a text chat, I think. So I can't really tell for sure.
You can you can voice chat.
That's what voice chat. At the time I was streaming, like I had an idea. I was, what if I play Future Funk on Globe and see what people think? But the thing is,
no.
the thing is, like, I was streaming. I cannot have voice chat because it's not very moderated, right? So I cannot really do that. If
so
only
funny, dude. It's like CS:GO chats. Like CS:GO
if only Globe has freaking text chat, bro. I mean, it should be easy to implement.
FOD, get on it. please.
Yeah, come on, FUD.
Thank you. No, but like, yeah, I mean, you're right about like what we were talking about earlier about like levels that you don't think is like amazing, but like you sort of understand why they're so popular. Like I talked about the Lost Existence. Like that's
Yeah.
I think what does it for people for levels like that, I think it's like the world it creates in your head when you're playing it, like the emotions it makes you feel. These are GD levels, but like this is a valid point to make. Like the Lost Existence is such a like it's I don't know how to definitively describe that feeling. It's not dread. It's not I don't know if it's melancholy. I don't know if it's loneliness. I don't know what, but like I think it's combined with the song, the slow speed, well, until the duel, like just all of that. It feels so lonely, you know. It feels like you're in your
Yeah.
head. I think that's why I like it so much.
Hmm.
I don't know if anyone's said that before, but-
Sometimes I make something random and then people just like it anyways, and I was like, wait, how?
I mean, I'm guessing the Lost Existence was like an unintentionally like it just unintentionally created that feeling in people.
Yeah, I guess.
Because like I guess when you're
that's the
building
case.
it, like you're not really thinking about the emotional side, the emotional reaction that people would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels liminal. Exactly. It's like that. Feels very like
Yeah.
it's like that SpongeBob episode. You know what I'm talking about? The one where Squidward's trapped in that dimension. It's kind of like that. It's a weird analogy, but it's stuff like that. Like it's really well made. I wonder if you'd ever make a level that would invoke feelings like that again.
Well,
Like whether
I mean,
it's like any emotion, really, you know.
yeah. I mean, if I wanna go for a level that kind of like makes you really feel, like, I mean, I definitely can, but it requires like a lot of very
Yeah.
careful execution, though. 'Cause, yeah.
I swear to God, I'm not glazing you. The reason the Lost Existence I think does it so well is because I don't think it tries to. I think like at its surface, it's just kind of a level, you know, like it's just a levolution level that's really well themed.
Yeah. Okay.
And I
So
think
at
when
the
you're
time,
like
like,
sitting there, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, the backstory of the revolution thing, like when Optical announced like the revolution thing, like, okay, I'm gonna give it a shot, right? My own revolution, and then that's why I made the Lost Existence. Fun fact, actually, a little bit of trivia. So the Lost Existence back in, like, I made it back in 2017. Like it was slightly different. It was like a speed build thing. Like I remember I used to make speed build videos. It's just me like speeding up the footage and just put random music in there. That was like back in 2017. I remember like I think that was like a very long time ago. But yeah, and I remade that. I reworked on it, and nowadays it is. But yeah, I remember the old TL used to look very different.
Yeah.
The whole idea is that I'm trying to make a very simple level. I probably should do that again, like I said before. Like I wanna make some more like small, simple levels, just like TLE. Even though TLE is like 5 minutes long, but hey, it had like low amount of objects. It's very simple. Like it's not that very dense. But yeah. But there's also sometimes like I tend to just go derail myself and just adding a bunch of more stuff. I also have to be careful about that. That's also what happened with Real Travel.
Yeah.
Like Real Travel initially started like really simple. Like I was going to like I thought it would take me like a year to finish, but then it's already been like 1.5 years, and I'm still on the same part. I mean, I'm still on the same part for like freaking what is it, like 7 months?
Dude,
That's
how do you
because
do that? Like, I feel like, how do you not get bored?
Well, how do I not get bored? Okay. So I mean, obviously like I stream, I
Yeah,
stream
that
building.
probably helps.
Yeah, that it really helps a lot because you get to talk to chat when you
Yeah.
are making something very tedious. There's also like, I mean, there may be some like fun things you can do, like there might be some distractions, Well, it really depends, right? But yeah, lately, like one of my members, my community members have realized, yeah, John is taking so long. Yeah, don't worry. I need to get back to it. Like after like I'm gonna make another sneak peek, right? Yeah, sneak peek 4, and then after that, then I'm gonna go back to one part. It's gonna be like another interesting part, so it's not as boring anymore. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, my a lot of, well, not a lot. Like there are already some members are getting already slowly getting bored. I mean, that's fair enough, right? I mean, I've been working on the same part for like 7 months,
Yeah.
but
That's
yeah,
a long time,
it's
dude.
that
Yeah, I
that
don't
the
know, I
part is
think-
like, I mean, it's like almost 2 minutes long though. The one part that I mentioned, it's like almost 2
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah, that's fair, I
But
guess. But
it's
wow.
basically it's still the same part, right? Like it's got
That's
it
that's a good question
in its
that guy
essence.
just asked in chat. Where does the name Bootitty come from? Bootitty? Bootitty? You say tit no matter
Oh.
what. You're getting
Okay, so this is
demonetized.
like a
Yeah.
very
Beauty.
very old like inside joke. Like I think back in 2016, right? Because the level was
Yeah.
released in 2016, and I think it was by my really old friend, right? It was a really old friend named Krabex, I think. Yeah, I haven't really talked to the guy. I haven't talked to the guy in ages, but yeah, like I remember like we were in a call and we like made a freaking joke. I don't know. Like I was thinking like at the time I was building my next level, right? After what is it? After my Beyond the Nature, I think it was Beyond the Nature, right? I was making the level. I'm trying to make it. I was trying to go for like a feature worthy level. I was trying to get my first creator point at the time, right? And I was thinking of what if I want to name something kind of creative, and like it took me a while to figure out, and then I came across Putiti, and the first thing I like, and because of the phrase "I'm coming for your Putiti."
Okay.
Like I remember one of my friends like brought that up and was like, wait, what? And I was thinking, what if I use that name for like a level name? Like it was a pretty cringy and stupid name, but like I was like, fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
and then yeah, it's just stuck there now. Yeah, it's all out there. Like it generally it just means but, right? But like
Yeah.
with some
So it's
changes.
just a misspelling kind of.
Like it's like a and sort of like a misspelling kind of thing, like a bit of slightly made up.
All right.
I mean, the most memorable level
I've
names
done
like that are
before.
the ones that are made up. I feel like it
Renovant.
insignificance gains significance like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah, like-
Renovant, bro. I can't say the word Revenant now without like fucking.
Well, didn't it come from Revenant
tripping
and then he
over
just swapped the letters?
Yeah, he just swapped it because he decided to like ruin the
But it was
world
an
for everyone, I
accidental
guess.
misspelling.
Really?
Really?
Well, I don't know if it
That's
is.
like-
I assumed it was.
I think he just rolls
Yeah.
with that now.
I don't
like,
know.
With
If you're
anathema,
listening, please.
you're
answer
meant.
that.
It's meant to be said like anathema, but like he just says, "I like saying anathema," so it's that. You have to say anathema.
I
Who's
remember
saying
this. Do you
anathema?
know this level called Galactic Fragility?
Galactic.
Like it's
Yep.
galactic. It's supposed to be galactic,
Galactic
and then I don't
fragility.
know.
Of course.
That bangs
Galactic.
actually, dude. That's one of the best misspellings. Because like it still rolls off the tongue. It almost rolls off better.
The best one is Slaughterhouse Space.
Oh,
Actually,
Slaughter
yeah.
Space House. Is it the Insane Demon one?
No,
have
literally
it.
Slaughterhouse is named Slaughterhouse with a space after it because
Oh,
I basically Ice Cave had to like fix the level at some point, so he copied an auto version and deleted all the pads and stuff to make it real when it was like old Slaughterhouse. And he had to delete auto from the level name. He deleted auto, but he didn't delete the space. So it's just called Slaughterhouse Space now.
oh.
I hope that
I mean,
never
people
gets fixed.
don't really notice the space though.
No,
It
that's like not too bad, I think.
Maybe if there was two
It's
spaces.
just off center. I'm not sure.
Someone should do that. Someone should make like a series of levels and just keep adding spaces at the end of the names until somebody figures it out, like figures out what he's doing. Like a creator points grinder should do that. Just make a level, name it whatever, put a space, then the next level have 2, then 3. See how long it takes until someone's like, wait. Someone should totally.
Eventually, someone's. I mean, when it becomes obvious, someone will definitely notice that.
But then
Like,
you can,
wait,
but then
this
you
is
can
the third
gaslight,
one.
which is the fun part. Be like, what? There's no characters. Be like, does it spit? No.
It gets longer and longer. It
I think
gets more
I think that's
off-centered.
just your resolution on your screen. That's nothing I did. Oh
Oh
yeah, dude,
That's
that's
crazy.
one of the coolest things that GD removed. I'm pretty sure it removed was Serious by Funny Game. You know how it has dashes?
Oh,
in the name?
I remember.
It's
I know
because
what
he
you're talking
made the
about.
name of the level
Oh.
fuck serious fuck. And when you put swear words back then in level names, it would just
Oh.
make it a dash. That's how he did that. And that's why you
Yeah,
can't look it
I
up.
think.
Did they change that in 2.2?
I'm pretty sure they changed that. I'm probably wrong, but I remember trying to do that and it didn't work. So it could just lie on me, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't work anymore.
Huh.
I think it would just strip out, like it would just, or maybe we would keep the fuck word. I don't know.
You know what Rob also removed that I don't really understand? Do you guys remember
What?
back in 2.0 when you searched a user, it showed all the other users with that keyword? Do you remember that?
Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Why did you
I
remove
know.
that? Is there's
Yeah,
gotta be like
that's
some weird
interesting.
reason he removed that?
I think the reason, let's say if you search for like a specific user, you will come up with like different user that's not intended. That's probably why. It has
I feel
something
like
to do
that's
with
such a
that.
cop out because it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand that. It was such like a cool feature. You could just find like the most random accounts doing that. Like when you search up
Yeah.
like Riot, like then the fake one is like on near the bottom of the page. Like you remember the GD accounts where they took advantage of like those weird characters to where they just have the same name but it's actually not the same name.
Right.
That
Yeah.
exploit. Yeah, it's like accounts like that were funny because of that. I just
mean,
don't know why
that's
he would
probably one
remove
of the
that.
reasons why. Because like
I
there
mean,
are
maybe.
a lot of impersonators back then, right? Like
I mean,
because of that
yeah.
issue, then RobTop.
But it's funny because like you'd go to like Riot's fake account, and like the reason I think it's silly that he removed it is because it takes 2 seconds to realize like he doesn't have creator points. All his levels are random shit. He has 400,000 stars. It's like, come on, dude. Who's clicking? I don't know. I guess I'm just assuming that people are smarter than that, like clicking on it and thinking like, oh, this is real. I guess I just have faith in people. I don't know.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Bad
That's
decision.
To be fair, though, those fake accounts can make comments on levels, and there's no way to tell a difference. But still,
You know what I miss, like in GD, the freaking weekly tab on like what is it, the
maybe I should
leaderboard.
open the game. I'm gonna open GD. Fuck, it's gonna.
The
The
weekly
audio's
tab
gonna
used
happen.
to be there.
You're gonna hear the audio. You're gonna see it through my glasses too.
That was back in like 1.9, I think.
I can't remember much from 1.9.
Oh my god.
All right. I'm closing GD. I've decided I don't want to play it anymore because we're doing this.
1.3
I mean, we're almost done
seconds
though.
on
We've been going for
ours.
like 2.5 hours, and I
Yeah.
gotta eat
Yeah, I
soon.
need to like eat soon, I think.
I'm getting
Yeah, that's
hungry.
fine.
My body demands nutrients.
Mhm.
yeah.
I have to go pick something up for a family member, so I need to go soon as well.
Uh-huh.
Do you think you're gonna win? What is it? Best XL Demon 5 years in a row?
Well, okay. Here's the thing. Like it's already
Yeah.
broken. The thing is, well, in the GD Awards 2023, like Monolitos got nominated for, right? And the level that won isn't actually Monolitos, it's actually Change of Scene, because yes, there are way better levels than my levels now. Like there are a lot of like greater creators that popped off, Like Blee is like the newest one, right? And
Blee, yeah, there are so many creators like you just look at them as like, how could I ever
Yeah,
do
like,
this?
what
It's
the fuck?
insane.
Yeah,
Just
I
like,
actually have some
I'm.
competition now.
But that's good though.
Yeah.
It can
It
kind of
yeah.
spur
Incentivizes
each
you
other
to work
to.
harder, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely. So yeah, yeah. I have to think better on how I make levels again. Cause yeah,
I mean,
mean,
every
Yeah, you
creator
gotta-
though is like unique in their own way, especially you, because it's like
yeah.
I feel like you're one of the creators that still makes extremely okay, not one of, but like
This
you're a good
guy
example of a
actually,
creator. No, I'm bringing something up, bringing something real up. I'm bringing up the fact that like you have a clear creative style that like you've just
Mhm.
improved on over time with good
Yeah.
theming and good flexibility in your levels. Because like there's some people, and not to throw shade at other creators, like let's say Metal Face for example, his stuff is always
Mhm.
like very similar, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not trying to compare the two, but it's like I see your levels compared to someone like Metal or someone like that, and I feel like you have a much more flexible creative style while maintaining
Mhm.
a perfect version of your initial creating style. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Like,
can
it's a
definitely
lot
still tell when
more-
you're playing like one of your levels.
You
Like
can
people
tell, yeah.
can tell that I made this part. Like this is Jonathan
Oh,
GD's part.
yeah, like the banger part in Mystic. Oh my god.
Oh god, I
The
forgot to bring
mystic
that
part.
up.
Oh
The
no.
mystic
Remember
throw.
2019?
Yeah. Wait.
Oh my god, that was the
Oh
era,
my
man. That was
God.
like,
That was.
as far as collab
What the
parts
fuck were
go,
people
like
doing?
that's one of the most memorable ones.
Yeah, you remember that clubstep monster you built?
Yeah, so
Bro,
here's the
that
thing.
actually
Like I
spawned
built
a whole like
Mystic
community.
back in 27. I did not expect my clubstep monster to be memed on and people making actual like female characters out of it. Like, bro, what?
With
Did you ever
clubheads,
give that
bro.
monster a name? Can we get like the canonical name for that thing?
I did not. I just
Did
don't.
not, okay.
I thought this like when I was building
Aw.
my mystic part, like I thought, let me make a clubstep monster. Oh, it looks so goofy. And then it's just there for like two years, and then someone made a freaking like a female character, and I wasn't even involved. I wasn't even asking.
You weren't
for it.
involved. Yeah.
That would be kind of like funny. Imagine like an artist DMs who's like, "Can I make art of this clubstep?" It's like, sure.
Like,
I was like,
I don't know. I
sure.
don't think they even reached me out and be like, "Yo, I want to use this clubstep monster." They just did anyway. I mean,
Giving the Terraria
I don't
community
know.
competition.
Not that I'm mad or not a fan of but I think it's just silly, I guess. But yeah.
hmm
But right now, like people when they think of like the clubet, the clubstep monster, like it was like definitely cursed, right?
Yeah.
It was more like weird, I guess.
I don't know how to feel about
So-
that looking back like 6 years after. Like what the fuck? Like what do you even say to that? Just like oh
I mean-
okay.
Oh, I mean,
It's
I
just
was
like,
just like
what?
looking, watching in the background. I was like, oh my god. But at the time, like I was browsing Twitter, which right now I don't really browse Twitter anymore. Like
Mhm.
I've seen it like a decent
Good
amount.
idea.
Yeah. I mean, Twitter is like a cesspool nowadays, so I stopped
Yeah,
using it.
it is. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, dude.
So
we talked a good bit about that on the episode with Stormfly about like, social blights. Not gonna lie,
mhm.
Twitter addiction is gripping me by the balls again, but I should be fine.
What?
Hopefully.
By the what, bro? That's crazy.
It's
yeah.
a figure of speech.
It's a figure of speech.
You know what?
Sure,
I hope
man.
you explode
But yeah.
for talking to me that way. No, but like yeah.
Yeah, no, I can testify. Yeah,
I need
it
to
actually
probably
has,
take a
This
break.
guy.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
I feel
think
like-
I believe there's like a better like social media like Twitter. It's called Blue Sky now.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
right.
I've
I mean, I
heard of
made an
that. It's
account.
just no one's on there. So
Yeah.
As much
Yeah,
as
it's
like I
like-
hate to say it, like it's so fucking hard to replace Twitter. It's so
Yeah.
difficult. I like Blue
mean-
Sky,
no,
but
well,
it's like
it's where like
it's just like difficult.
half the people on
The
the
problem
platform
with
there because they get like
Twitter-
validation from likes,
Yeah.
and there's not enough likes on Blue Sky. So like, what can you do?
I don't think Blue Sky
the
failed.
yeah.
I just think like, what are you gonna take Twitter on with? Who's gonna want to take them on? The monolith that Twitter is.
It's such
Like,
a
yeah.
monolith, bro. It got renamed and people still call it Twitter.
I mean,
this is nothing new.
doesn't everyone know that Twitter was kind of bad anyway? It's like in terms of like, oh, it was managed by some CEO.
It's just a mess. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really
It's a
just like
mess that we
the
all have to
community
have.
behind it anymore. It's just like the platform as a whole.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But there are a lot
I
of
still do like
bugginess.
I still do like, you know, tweeting sometimes just random shit. But like, you know, I'm not a fan of like the obvious stuff that like we're not bringing new things to the table, like rage bait, you know, all those accounts that
Yeah.
just shove things down your throat. Like that's nothing new. Like everyone knows it, everyone hates it. But you know,
Mhm.
People
can
do
you
that for interaction baits, basically.
Yeah. And I mean, dude, honestly, it's really easy to not get mad at that shit. Like I'm gonna be real. I think it's actually not that hard to get over like seeing something and just being like, because I feel like when you know that they're just rage baiting, or if you just convince yourself that like no one's serious on here, like nothing makes you mad on there. Like really, I know like it's different for everybody, and that's a very broad thing to say, but like when I open Twitter and I see some stupid shit, I just scroll past. Like I don't care. But that's just
don't
my
take
situation.
just don't take the freaking thing seriously anymore.
Yeah,
That's like
just
the
go
way
on
I
there
see
to
it.
shit post. Or
Yeah,
like,
for me it's like
for whatever
it's
reasons
just like
you're on
art
there.
and stuff. I'm like, you know, I'm just pick
Yeah, art.
photography.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff, which I
Yeah,
like.
I'm there for
You know,
art.
that's what we do around here.
Mhm.
I don't even
No,
really
yeah,
tweet
of
like
course.
publicly much. Why waste your time with something so unproductive? Yeah, that's the problem.
I mean, that is the problem with the world right now, I guess. Fucking
Man, you know, everyone needs an outlet, I guess. To say stuff somewhere. That's why people have private accounts, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What time is it?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. All right. You want to ask one more question? Kugo, you want to ask the last question? Because I gotta go after this. Just
All
choose. There's the pin message. I'll let you choose.
All right.
And then we're gonna get out of here.
Okay.
Fuck, we need to do phone ins.
That's right. Okay.
Okay. How about this? Let's do like 3 or 4 phone ins, then ask the last question, and then we're out of here. Sound good?
Okay.
All right, I'll do an everyone tag for phone ins now. This part's fun.
Yeah, we get like some people, and they're gonna phone in.
All right. There's been a lot of people waiting in here. I'm gonna turn off streamer mode so I can see the names. So let's do in Rusain first. Hello? You there?
Hello.
You want to ask something?
Sorry, I just had the stream audio like thing. What did you say?
Do you have something you want to ask to Jonathan?
Yes. If you could go back in time to completely remake one level, what would it be?
Well, it's definitely Booty D3.
Oh, okay.
Booty D3 is like, in my opinion, the worst level I've ever built. Cause like, oh my god, the whole thing is so messy, bro. Like the whole execution, like the whole idea of it is just why, you know.
Honestly, I kind of was expecting like another answer, but I kind of get it. Yeah.
What?
You're good, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate it though.
Yeah, you're good.
Appreciate you coming in.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so next we have in-game world. Hello?
Hi.
Ask away. What do we got?
Well, firstly, I want to ask the Dasher podcast because I already asked Jonathan.
Right.
Like, I'm making the YouTube series where we create the Pokédex in Geometry Dash, and you
Right.
guys can choose any 3 Pokémons I have to recreate.
Interesting. I'm guessing you want me to pick one.
Yeah, yeah.
What are available? Actually, okay, that's a stupid question. Hold on.
I,
me
I
think
have a
about this.
list. I have a list.
Okay, we're choosing
Okay.
Pokemon now. This is getting real.
This is
getting
going
serious.
to spark a lot of judgment depending on what I answer with.
Like, all of you can choose 3.
I'm guessing
like,
Jonathan wants to do Snorlax. That's what my guess is for him.
Jonathan, I
I already
already.
did Snorlax.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, so
So
Guys.
are you talking about the GD card thing? Because I was in a server with that in it.
GD card thing?
There was like a GD like trading card server. Is that related to
No,
that?
no.
Or it's just its own thing?
I'm just recreating the Pokédex.
All right. Okay. No one say anything? Just do Sylveon for me. That's fine. Fine with me. Finn, what do we got?
Lucario is like my spirit animal. You know,
I have bad news, but Lucario, Lucario have been chosen by Cursed.
Really? Of course.
Cursed?
That's funny. Yeah, of course, Cursed did that. Yeah. I don't know, man. Do I
conjure up
fucking
this?
do you
Conjure up
Mewtwo?
this.
Do you Mewtwo?
Sorry,
Mewtwo
it was also.
I don't know many.
Cursed.
Okay, my knowledge is not from Pokemon.
Yeah, mine's
Let
not
me
either.
think.
Jonathan might help.
Can I choose Ditto or is that already taken?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Choose Ditto for me.
What's I'm gonna search for like Pokemon.
What if you go for like Pokemon Gen 9s?
Yeah, you
What?
can.
I'm
do
surprised
that.
you're not going to go for the Weed Cat, whatever the name is.
Oh yeah, no, I forgot the names of them.
Spirigato or something. That's really wrong.
We got Ditto.
Brigatito.
Yeah, that.
Wait, what is it called?
Brigatito.
We got Ditto.
It's the Weed Cat.
Bro, what's they got featured? Oh, Pokédex. Hang on, I found the Pokédex. What? Why can't you just look through them all?
If
Okay,
you're
name.
interested, there's like 1,025 Pokemons.
Whoa.
So
Hang
it's
on,
gonna-
I've
Yeah.
database. Why is there not just a list? Pokédex.
Because there's a lot.
Oh
of
my
them.
god,
There's
man.
different generations.
Yeah. Oh my god. I'm guessing you've done chess.
This is the most picky dude ever.
Like...
Yeah.
If we ever go to like Chipotle or something,
dude, look,
I'm getting my food.
I just want to choose well.
Going to the car and
I just
eating
want to choose.
myself.
Oh, have you done Riolu?
No, I didn't.
Do that.
There we go.
That's my second choice.
Okay, we have Ditto, we got Riolu, and the third one.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't
think.
know.
Did you not hear what I
I think
chose?
Blue chose Sylveon.
Yeah, Buto Sylveon, if someone hasn't done that yet.
Sylveon. Yeah, I can
that's
do
an easy
that.
one. There we
Mm-hmm.
go.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, I hope
Okay.
that satisfied your question.
Yeah, that satisfied my question.
go.
And there's one question directly to Jonathan from my friend that is sleeping right now.
Alright, let's see.
Let's see here. Hi, Jonathan. I'm your biggest fan. I like your works, and I have a question for you. How did you get the ideas for the levels, and who was your inspirator?
Okay. That's a good question. So the ideas. Okay, the thing is, I don't really look for creator specific inspirations. I just look for many different sources, right? Like ideas for and inspirations. Like it comes from like anything, not limited to just GD levels. Like
Yeah, you have like a visual library or whatever.
One great example is I think the main source for inspiration is just by style grinding. I think I said it once, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm a star grinder, right? Right now I'm at 99k, 990. So I'm like 10
Damn.
stars away until 100k. Oh yeah, 100k. So yeah, I do star grind a lot, and I've seen like a bunch of videos of like good levels. So and yeah, I just have to like imagine it like in my head, and like with some thought on how with the general idea, like I got the idea of how I'll make, oh, this level would be cool, but how am I gonna make this into GD? And then that's another like steps I have to take to think of how I'm going to execute the idea. So that's pretty much how I get. I don't really have like a specific. I don't really look at Google Images or like Pinterest or anything. Like sometimes I do watch like YouTube videos and or like other video games, and then I also got some inspiration from that. But so far, I haven't really made anything specific yet that I really know, because I don't really like to just. I mean, obviously, like with Future Funk, like you all know, you all know with Future Funk, right? Like the inspiration behind the level is, but yeah, for other
Yep.
levels, like I couldn't really name like the inspiration. I'm guessing that there are like several effect creators. Like one example is called Irel. Like
Yep.
Oh
like
yeah.
he
OG.
Irel used to Irel is like an Indonesian creator, another Indonesian creator like mine. He used to like make like crazy effects back then, and I was like, wow, I wanna make something. I wanna be like, I wanna make something similar too. Not like exactly the same, obviously. I wanna try like a new effect. And I came up with like with the arrow mirror effect. I came up with the Dark Odyssey like parallax background thing. I came up with like there were like a lot of subtle effects I've made like in my previous levels. Like for example, like in Future Funk 2, like the very first part, you may notice that like I don't know if people pay attention, but yeah, the background in Future Funk 2 is like yeah, like if you like if you slow down, you can see like, wow, how is this even all of this is even possible? Like it seems very complex. It looks really simple at first, but it's like very it looks like when you look deep into it, it looks really like, how do you even do this? This looks really complicated. It's not, obviously it's not just moving stuff, but it's also like some careful timings and all that. So there's way more to it when you actually look deep into it. So yeah.
Nice.
That's actually
it's
a
kind
really
of-
good answer.
Yeah, because it's like it's just a combination of things you've seen over time that have like interested you, and it's all kind of like come together.
Yeah,
It's like
definitely.
yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Cool.
I'm thankful that you let me talk to you guys.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
guess
Yeah, of course.
we might see in another podcast.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like, who
All
knows?
good.
I might invite the Rami here. Who knows?
That'd be really cool. That'd be fascinating.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess have a nice day, night.
You too.
You too, man.
See ya.
Thanks
Right.
thanks for
See ya.
stopping by. Oh, he left. I was gonna disconnect him. All right, so we'll do two more. We'll do Dark Sun and then Shrimp People. Let's do Dark Sun 1st. Hello? It's time to unmute. Okay, he's unmuted. You there?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Say something?
Okay, so
Right.
can
Yeah, you're
I
good.
now?
Yeah, you're good. Go for it.
Can I? So I don't know if this was asked already, but why do you always make like 99%
Yep.
deaths? Like when did you start with that? With what
Okay,
level?
all right. This is a great question still. All right, let me explain. So the main idea with the 99, like at first, I mean, I had been doing like 99 since the first Booty, by the way. I don't know if any one of you guys realized, but yeah, the first Booty had like a 99% in a long length level, right? Like the thing with Buditi, like the first one, is that it's 1 minute 59 seconds long. It's like basically XL, but it's like literally 1 second 1 second beyond XL. So yeah, I had this idea of, okay, let me just put a triple spike at like 98 or 99, and I mean a bunch of other levels do it too. So I guess I do that as well, and then with Dark Travel, well, Dark Travel wasn't really well known, but at the time I thought like putting like choke points, right? Putting choke points at the end, like it, like, and then mocking the player for dying there, like I thought that was really funny. I had a problem back then. I was psychotic, but not really. But yeah, I put like and then in Future Fang, and I went even crazier, right? I was like, oh wait, this looks really easy, but then I went like one step further ahead with Future Fang. Like I just put like the thing is, I don't want to just do like triple spikes, right? I want to do like more like 3 inputs, like multiple inputs, like the 3 purple orbs there, right? The 3 purple orbs at the end, and then of course, like when you die there, it says JonathanGD wins, and yeah, it's like a bit of a mockery of some sort, right? And I became well known for that, and yeah, and it really blew up. Like it blew up. A lot of people in the community really talk about it. Like they were crying to me and be like, dude, I died at 99. To this day, like I was streaming in chat and people still coming to my chat and be like, yo, I just died at 99. Like like I cannot escape from that ever.
Keep winning.
And
Is Real Travel
and
gonna
then
have it?
yeah. Okay. I haven't really finished it. I haven't finished it. So yeah, I'm just explaining the whole story about the 99 stuff, right?
Yeah.
So with that, and then I think with the Lost Existence, I mean I'm always known for putting like hard clicks at the end of at the end of my levels. Like I'm probably known for that. Not just the 99, but like the 98, like putting choke points, because I thought like I mean, like I want to give some players more experience, more time, and more to experience the level. So I guess that's probably one of the reasons why I do that. But yeah, but since Future Fang 2, yeah, since Future Fang 2, that's when I realized, oh shit, I went too far with it, right? I mean, okay, like back at the time, like I was thinking of a different creative like choke point, like with the robot with the 2 orbs and that. Well, like with some practice you can do it, right? It's not that hard, but like obviously from 0 you're gonna die there a lot, and yeah, and more people start to pick up the pattern, and well, it's becoming more annoying than it is funny. And I remember this specifically, like even EVW made a freaking tweet about the Future Fang 299 situation, and he did not like that.
Oh.
So I was like, oh crap, I gotta stop. I gotta stop that then. So yeah, I gotta stop with the bullshit 99. I gotta stop with the hard 99, because I realized I've been getting some controversy, like with the Future Fang 2, and probably myself as well. Like I've been slowly getting into controversy, so I gotta like, make a change. But obviously, like it's already like too late. I mean, I can't really completely stop it, but I think it's a good step to just like, you know, try to stop it, like mitigate the damage before it gets too bad. So yeah. So I had an idea with the 99 in Dark Odyssey, right? The 99 in Dark Odyssey, like I don't want to make a bullshit 99, but I figured that I could make something pop up only in normal mode. That was like, okay, like this is like the craziest thing, right? Like I figured out that you can make a practice mode detector and start pause detector, which I did, right? I did with Dark Odyssey, and I put like obviously, like if you're playing in practice, the level knows that, and then they're just gonna remove the 99 spike jump. And the 99 spike jump is just a little spike that you can easily jump if you actually pay attention. the reason I made that that Odyssey 99 is just to throw people off for those who don't pay attention.
Yeah.
And dude, it's so satisfying. I actually got someone. I remember this clip from like I think it was like Charlie, like the Twitch streamer, right? And like after like they're about to like he was about to beat that Odyssey. And he was like looking away at the screen. It was like yes, and then he heard the 99, and then he became like speechless, dude. That was like I was like that made my day, dude. That was like one of the really creative ones, and that's like one of my better 99s. I think that's probably my best 99s ever. Like I don't think anything can ever top that. And it's not even
That one's
like,
that one's funny, and you only ever die to it like once.
yeah, it's not the thing is it's not even like my fault anymore because because it's gonna be the player's fault who just don't pay attention.
Yeah, it's very obvious where it is too.
Yeah, and it's also like you have like a lot of reaction time too. So yeah, if you look away, it's there and it's just over, and you have to do the whole thing again.
That is actually so clever.
Yeah, and then 2.2 broke it. So like, if you do in practice, but well, it was still great though. But yeah, 2.2 broke the practice mode detector. So like, if you play it on practice, it still shows up. But I mean, I figure that in 2.2 it should still be possible somehow. But yeah, it's not going to be as effective as the one in that Odyssey anymore. So yeah, and then I was like, okay, it's already been years since I stopped with the 99 bullshit, and I'm still getting people nagging me or telling me about stupid 99s. The thing is, for some reason, there are people who still want me, or who still ask, or who still wants me to put like a stupid 99. But bro, like, do they want me to get into controversy again? What's going on? So I was like, I'm not even gonna listen to them. Alright, I'm not gonna listen. And yeah, and then starting in like Arrow and Monolithos, I have completely stopped with the 99 bullshit. Like I just don't even put any mockery. I don't put anything. The level ends at 97. That's it. And even if you die there, it's not gonna display like a special death effect or anything like that. And I'm planning to do the same with Real Travel, right? Real Travel is gonna have like it's not gonna have a stupid hard jump, and even if you die there, it's not gonna mock you or anything. I wouldn't really be bothered.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much like the main story of like my 99 stuff. So yeah,
it's a thing where like you kind of like don't want to, because I feel like people won't like hate you over it, but you don't want to like spend all that time and make a level, and then when it's out, all people can talk about is like, oh, the stupid jump at the end.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, yeah, I can see how that would be like.
Like I kind of want to change that because I'm already getting like people like hating me as a person because of how
those people are just like stupid. I don't know. I feel like it's dumb to like hate someone over like a spike. Yeah. But
I mean, to be fair, to be fair, the concept has been overdone, like with the feature fun, especially the feature fun ones. So yeah, I definitely want to move on from that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much my answer for the 99 stuff.
Yeah, and Blue isn't here. He's just not in the chair. I've just looked and he's not there. I don't know if I can drag people. I can't drag people.
Can I ask something else?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go for it.
I actually like a year ago something I beat Future Funk 2, Future Funk 1 I mean, and I didn't die to the 99 stuff. But about Future Funk 2, I just wanted to ask why did you decide to make a sequel to Future Funk 1? Because I don't really think Future Funk really needed a sequel, honestly. I think it's a perfectly good level on its own.
That's a great question because like obviously like how am I going the Future Funk 1, like the first one really good, but then the thing is I was trying to my fan base, my community, right? And then I realized it's probably not very healthy for me. So yeah, that's why I also made PTT 3 like, oh, Future Funk like was really successful. Let's make a second one, right? But I mean, I have learned from that. Like, I've learned from that. I should make more like cool levels, original levels again. But yeah, I've been like generally nowadays I've been known for like the travel guy. I've been known for like the sequel remakes guy. Like, I mean, it's kind of annoying me, and I kind of want to like change that. So I think my next level after Real Travel is going to be something completely original. Like not like travel, no like PTT 4 or anything like that. Like, and yeah, and this is like one biggest pet peeve of mine. Like, people have been asking me about Future Funk 3 a lot, right? And obviously that's the reason, like the idea, like I made like a silly April Fool's joke, right? In 2024, like hopefully to get people to stop asking, and I mean people will just play along with the joke, and yeah, and maybe, and it's not really the greatest idea in the world to just go with it, but I mean, you know, like sometimes like there are a lot of people who just decide to be silly and just ask for like random suggestions, like, oh, this level when, that level when, like that's like it's just happened so much to the point like it's starting to get kind of annoying. Obviously, maybe it only happens to me as a creator. I'm not sure if this happens to like other creators too.
I feel like other creators that have like had one really popular level, they always get asked and like bugged like, oh, you gotta make a sequel. When's like sequel to this coming out? And I think the best thing you can do is just go hard the other way and just make something else.
Yeah,
like,
obviously.
It happens with a lot of music artists as well. I feel like it's a very similar thing where like they make a hit song and people just want to hear like that song again from them.
Yeah, it's not going to be the exact same. It's going to be different. It's not going to be as effective as the first one. It's not going to be as good.
Yeah.
So
it's not going to be as good because it won't be inherently like original anymore.
Yeah.
We got like
I still like Future Funk 2. I feel like that's a great level. Like,
we got like maybe 3 minutes left before I gotta go.
And thankfully, okay, I'm gonna be a bit quick on this one. Thankfully, with Future Funk 2, even though I have heard some people say I prefer Future Funk 1, there are some people who also prefer Future Funk 2. Well, in the end, it's just
I think I prefer 2.
Out there. Yeah.
Same.
It might not be the exact same as Future Funk. It's not that intention. It's not going
actually
to be
the robot part is interesting, but apart from that.
Yeah, the double jump one?
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
It's cool, yeah.
Because you can actually like the double jump mechanic in Future Funk 2 is like, oh, you can like mini hop like on the second jump. But yeah, because many double jump mechanics they just use a yellow orb, and that was like lame. Yellow orb in the robot. Like, come on, man.
Anyway, yeah.
Can I say something about Future Funk 2?
Sure.
I actually wanted to beat it, but the gameplay is just kinda not my thing, honestly. Like the part with the red jump orbs on the ceiling, but where you have to press like really fast, you know?
Oh yeah.
It's just kinda annoying for me. And also like the last like 10% or something, where you have to press with the spider like really fast, and it's just kinda like not really my type of game.
No,
I don't have SEO device.
You get the spam.
But I want to buy it soon.
Yeah, you need to tap
really
hard for that.
When you can click more with your wrist, you can click faster. Like if you're on a mouse, you can only really move your finger, but because if you move your wrist with a mouse, like your mouse is just gonna go all over the place. But like SEO, you can click with your wrist, and it's like a lot better. So for like faster parts.
There we go.
That's my advice. Because I sucked at spam as well, and then I got SEO, and I'm like, I'm chill now. But
dude, I want to do the other guy, but I really gotta go. I really gotta get out of here and eat. I appreciate you stopping by, though, Dark Sun. I appreciate the questions, as we all do.
Yeah, no problem.
It was a good listen.
No, yeah, if the next guy's here next time, we'll get him first.
Yeah, but thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it.
Who's the next guy gonna be, by the way?
That is
that is classified for now.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, we like being cryptic.
Classified information.
I appreciate
it's
you coming
okay.
by.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye.
It'll be
Bye-bye.
good. Yeah.
See ya.
Bye. See you.
All right. One more question, then we're getting out of here. And this is just asked for every creator that comes on. So Kulak did a huge monologue when we asked him this. And I'm just wondering if you have anything for aspiring creators, any advice for people that might be struggling to learn how to create and make their own levels. Like, what is your biggest advice you can give to those people?
Okay, this is an interesting one. So my advice is like it really depends on like what kind of building that you're struggling with, right? If you're struggling with making deco, right, like in the first place, like I would say start making like simple levels, like 1.9 levels, or
Right.
like a simple modern. Like you can look at the awarded tab and then you just play a bunch of those levels, right? The awarded tab is like really good, like as a general like guideline or like reference of what like typical featured level should be, right? And yeah, like if you just start off with something simple first, like to build up your to build the general like experience with creating. And don't be like me. Don't just make like a super ambitious project like I'm doing right now. Just make something simple. Make like even make a medium length level, right? Make a medium length level, and don't try to make things that are too complicated, like that, out of your skill range. Don't overcomplicate your just don't try to make a whole ass game like if you don't know how to create at all. Like you're gonna like overwhelm yourself. Just make something simple. And if you're struggling with like gameplay, right? Again, like I would say don't make like a demon gameplay first. Try to make like a simple like a hard 4-star gameplay. And the best way to make like gameplays by looking at like the RobTop main levels and just try to make your own like, let's say, make your own version of like the main levels, like the like Story of Madness, like Can Let Go, Best After Base, Jumper, etc. Right? Just make your own like version. I know like people when they can only make gameplay, like I mean, if you want to get into deco, just try like some very basic thing like structuring. Yeah, like back in 1.0, like you can only like make some structures and some basic like spiky thing. So if you're just only a gameplay creator and you want to get into decorating, I think another good thing is to make effect layout. Because effect layout, it teaches you how to make like certain effects. It teaches you how the background works. Like you can it's not obviously it's still a layout, but there's more than just a layout. Right? At least you can make like structures, and then you can make like some custom like art or something. Then yeah, and then once you can make like an effect layout, and then turning that into like a full-fledged level, it becomes like like you will actually know how to do it because you kind of have the experience on making like effect layout. So again, it's just generally building up the experience. Try starting up with something small, like a simple 1.9 level or modern or an effect layout, just anything small. So yeah, don't make like a insane like mythic worthy art level that a lot of talented creators do. Don't do that as your first level. So that's just my advice really. And then eventually, like when you learn something, you learn more, and you wanna challenge yourself, you can do that, and eventually you become like a better creator. That's how Blee does it. That's how Zender Game does it. Like Zender Game and Blee made like by today's standards, it's like pretty terrible, but it is just what it is. Everyone improves. So
Yeah. All right.
So that's pretty much my feedback on my advice.
Good advice. Good advice. I will say that's a good conclusion to this. We've been going for over 3 hours. Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, man, I gotta eat. I'm sure Finn's
Mhm.
hungry. I'm sure you're probably pretty hungry.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a sandwich or something. I know.
I'm probably gonna make eggs. 'Cause, you know.
But
But yeah, man, like this was fun. I'm glad you were down to do this, and this is a good comeback episode, that's for sure.
Having it 3 months, man.
Yeah, happy like 3
Yeah,
months.
3 months.
Like,
if you ever want to come back on for any reason, just hit us up and we can plan
Yeah, do a
something.
dual
Maybe like
episode,
collab
something like
episodes
that.
with other people.
Mhm.
You know, just brainstorm
Mhm.
ideas. But no, really though, this is fun. Hope you enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it. And I'll see you another time.
Yeah.
Bye everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.